Hello and welcome back to Drachmae and Demigods. I am Sammy Ferber, and I will be your host for the evening. Welcome, welcome, one and all, to the Links of Tartarus campaign. If you're just joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. Just a couple announcements today, just the usual. Last week's episode, which we called Sink or Swim, is now on YouTube. You can check out all of our episodes on YouTube. The entire archive of the Links to Tartarus campaign is on there, as well as A Long Rest, which is our recap of the first 19 episodes. So definitely check that out if you missed them. And also subscribe to our Twitch channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really helps us out. If you like our show, share our show. We're really trying to expand this family we got here. So help us out. All right. I think that's the only announcements. Also, if you like watching my face, I got another project starting soon on Fable Forge RPG. Very hush hush, very secret. But if you like D&D, if you like my face, if you want to see me as a player, go follow them on Twitch. Twitch.tv/FableForgeRPG. Alright. So, previously on Drachmae and Demigods, the hands of fate began to settle into their lives aboard the Tromokratis, learning their respective roles and making connections with those on board. Traeia, the druid navigator of the ship, seemed to be a bit curious about Ryujin. So much so, in fact, that Seaman Anemios had to pull Ryujin aside to tell him to stay away from her. Ryujin also caught a glimpse of an old piece of paper written in a language he didn't recognize in Captain Cassandra's quarters. And, perhaps most importantly, Ryujin was visited in a dream by none other than Tromokratis himself, who offered him a place on his side of the cosmic war he believes is coming ever closer. But everything was put on hold when Ilmay noticed a shape in the water, a shadow, and Anura and Traeia dove into the depths to investigate it. They found an old shipwreck, and a trail of gold led them to the captain's quarters, where they were promptly trapped by a feminine creature with blue-green elongated features. Traeia and Anura, both as dolphins. So, this figure that is currently floating outside of this cracked window, the door behind you closed, very interested in you. And just before we ended, she had said something about bringing you guys to someone. And as the two of you are there, floating in that space, this creature begins to slide into the window. And you see now the top of her body is feminine and humanoid, though you see some slight scales on various parts of her body. But overall, it looks like skin. And then you see her bottom half, completely scaled, an enormous tail of a fish. You've heard stories of mermaids before. This is not what you expected. You've heard that they're beautiful, and she is, you'd suppose. But in this context, through your dolphin eyes, she looks otherworldly, both in a good way and in a nefarious way. So, she steps forward and comes into the room with these two dolphins. And she sort of looks you up and down, both of you, as if someone would do as if they were looking at a prized pig. She sort of strokes herself, reaches out a hand, and feels your side, Anura. She sort of feels the texture of your rubbery skin.
Did not consent.
Oh, you'll do nicely.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Such a unique scent on both of you. I wonder if you'll taste quite as unique. Come, help me with them. You see
I'm
another
dropping wild
form.
shape now.
Roll initiative.
I'm casting water breathing immediately.
Okay. Go ahead and roll initiative.
I ain't doing this today. I've already had a bad day in classes. We're not doing this shit today. I swear if I roll a 1. I didn't roll a 1.
Was it a 2?
Yes. So it makes it a 5.
5. Okay, all right.
We're moving up in the world.
Okay. So, first
So
thing
does
that
that count for water
happens.
breathing before I mark it off already?
Yeah, we'll say that that was sort of like the thing that kicks off this combat. So you can
Okay.
drop wild shape and cast water breathing, and that's your turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cast
Okay.
it
I
for
will
both
say,
like Traeia and I in
um,
case she changes back.
Sure.
at the end of the last stream, when I said I was gonna jump in the water and try and find the shipwreck, I mean we were like a ways out. We were on a
Mm-hmm.
ship.
We'll get there.
Okay. I
Yeah.
just wanted to remind you.
Haven't forgotten you guys. All right. So the first thing is the mer people. So this other one comes into the room as well, and you see in his this sort of a masculine merman with strong muscles and a similarly fish-like tail, and he has a net in his hands, and he is going to try to wrap you in this net.
I don't like this.
That went all over the place. It was a 17, and then it was a 2, and then it landed on a 6. So I
Ooh,
have to assume that a 10 does not hit you.
it does not. Thank
Great.
God.
So that's his action. The original, the female, swims over him over to Traeia, who is still in dolphin form, and you see her pull out 2 short swords. She goes, "Why don't you show us your pretty colors too?" And makes 2 short sword attacks against Traeia. God, I'm rolling like shit. That
I mean, if my
is
initiative's anything to go by, I will too.
15. Oh, actually, one of those hits. She has a really low AC.
I mean, same.
So and actually, both of those almost hit, but one of them's gonna hit. So that is okay. Really shit damage. 3 points of damage to her dolphin form.
Okay, because this is a question, because I'm not sure how this works. With the dolphin form, when she drops to 0 hit points, does she go back to her normal hit points, or does it take off those as well whenever she
She
comes
goes
back?
back to her normal hit points, but if, like, let's say she has
Oh,
2 hit
okay.
points left and she takes 5 points of damage, she'll lose
Mhm.
those 2 in the dolphin form, and then the 3 will transfer over to her actual form.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm a dumbass. I should have stayed in dolphin form.
All right. That is their turn. That brings us to Traea's turn. She will also transform back into a human. Um, she'll look at them both and say, "There's one thing that you've miscalculated on. You put the wrong people in your trap." And she is going to cast with her 1 4th level spell.
Holy shit. Oh my God. Okay, sorry.
Watery Sphere. So, it's a 5 foot radius on a point you can see within range. So she'll do it right between them, essentially. Okay. They may have to make a strength saving throw. Okay. Ooh, one of them is really good. So one of them succeeds, one of them fails. So I'll say that's number 2 who fails. Or I guess number 1 fails. That makes more sense. And on a failed save, a creature is restrained by the sphere and is engulfed by the water. So is now restrained. The other one is ejected into the next space. So basically, number 1 is stationary right there, and cannot move.
Just realized I didn't prepare spells. Sorry.
Oh, do that now.
Yeah, I'm doing it really quickly. Sorry, I just realized it.
That's all right. That's all right. Cool. Da. I think that is gonna be try it. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Oh no, yeah, that's gonna be Tria's turn. All right, Anura, when you are ready, it's all
I'm
you.
almost done.
That's
Sorry.
right.
Not that. Sorry, there's only like 2 or 3 things I needed to change, but still, I forgot about it until right when Traeia cast a spell. So I did not want to prepare that. Excuse you.
As this is happening, Ryujin, go ahead and roll an investigation check for me as you dive into the water.
You got it, Dr. Jones. Hold on. That was...
The higher
I
you roll
too
on
was
this, the less rounds it'll take to find them.
Okay, you said just roll a d20?
Investigation check.
Oh. Shit. Pretty sure that's a negative modifier for me, right? And
Alright, we're good now.
Yep, that's -2. All right.
I can't see him, so I can't help you. I'm sorry.
13.
13. Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d8. This is how many rounds it'll take for you to get to them.
Okay.
I just realized the door is closed.
That's not bad. A 3?
Okay, 3 rounds. All right, I will keep that in mind.
I feel like that's dangerous when you say that. Because
All right, Anura, you're up.
Alright, so
So number 1 is restrained right now in this like ball of water, almost like in Order of the Phoenix, where Dumbledore like gets Voldemort in that giant ball of water, you know? Anyway. Uh so the water around this space just seems to coalesce around this one mermaid essentially. And you see she at first is comfortable and then realizes that this is almost like watery ropes and she cannot move at all.
Okay. So as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Guardian of Nature as my only 4th level spell slot.
Okay.
And I'm going to take the Great Tree form, so I get advantage on all of my spell attacks because they're wisdom rolls.
Woo! Guardian of Nature. What the fuck does that do? Let's see. Cool. The Great Tree. Oh, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I looked at it, I was like, I should do that.
You also gain 10 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, I do. I need to put those in.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you for reminding me of that.
In your tiefling form, you cast this spell, and for the first time, it feels like your purple skin becomes rough and textured, and even though you're floating in the water right now, you can almost feel your feet hit the floor of this shipwreck and fasten there, and you can feel yourself being grounded even in this watery space.
Yeah, so since that was a bonus, I can't believe that's a bonus action. Sorry, that just still amazes me.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I am going. How would flames work underwater before I cast this? Like a flame blade or flaming spear?
Any magical flame could stay lit. Any non-magical flame could not.
Okay, cool. Then I am at 2nd level going to cast
I will
flame
remind
blade.
you that because you cast a bonus action spell, you can only cast a cantrip action.
Well, cool. That's fine. Then I'll do primal savagery because it's still going to be an attack roll.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be
Or is primal savagery also concentration? Oh no, you're good. You're good. You're good. No, you're good. Yeah. Melee spell attack.
Yes, but it still counts as the wisdom because that's my casting modifier. So I get
the spell attack. Yeah.
Okay.
So with advantage.
Hey, the second one was an at 20. I went from
All
2
right,
to a
roll
20.
double that damage. And I assume you're hitting the one that's not restrained right now?
Yes.
Gotcha.
I don't know which one that is. Oh, where's the
number
D10?
2, the male one.
Okay. Cool. So, yeah, that's a D10. 5, 11, 21. 30. 30 points of acid damage.
Woo! All right. So you plant yourself like a tree, and you watch as your fingernails lengthen, and you see this male merman in front of you, and you just and you see at first he looks stunned, and then you see this green blood just seem to emanate from where you cut him, and he just sort of sinks onto the ground, completely dead. All right.
And also, since I'm on the ground, it is difficult terrain for any of the enemies now.
Nice. Good to know. Good to know. Okay, that brings us to those guys. Okay. All right. That has been one round, Region. It is now the scout's turns. So first, as an action, that scout is going to try to break free again. Not with a 3. She's not. So she stays where she is, but you hear her just go, ah! Help! And you hear swimming.
Oh, God.
You see another of these mermaids swim into the room. And another over
Were they able
here.
to get there with the difficult terrain? Because anywhere within 15 feet becomes difficult terrain of me.
They are swimming over the
Okay,
shipwreck.
I was just making sure.
Yeah. I thought long and hard about how to do an underwater battle on a 2D map with like lots of different verticals. It's tough to do. So I apologize for any sort of confusion.
That's fine.
All right. You see 3 more mermaids, one directly in front of you, Anura. And she will also pull out 2 short swords and just looks at you and goes, "That's all right. I like to play with my food." And make 2 attacks against you. One of those is gonna hit with a 21.
Yeah, that definitely hits, Sammy.
But Traeia is gonna use her reaction to subtract a d6.
It's going to hit either way.
She
I
doesn't
only have
know
a
that.
15 armor.
She used it.
It's like I only have a 15 armor class. It's going to hit me either way.
All right. And then the other one was a 13, so that one misses.
Okay.
So you take 4 points of piercing damage.
All right, and then Hellish Rebuke for that.
Go ahead.
I remembered it.
Nice.
That is Dex save.
Yes. Sorry. That's single digits, so probably not. That is a 9.
Yeah. So that's with a 2nd level spell slot or higher, so it's 3d10.
Jesus.
23 points of fire damage.
Okay. Ow.
That's the first time I've remembered to use that in at least like 10 sessions, though.
That's really it's good that you did.
So this has got to be SpongeBob logic, just for a second, right? Where Patrick's like, "But SpongeBob, how do we have a fire if we're at the bottom of the ocean?" And then it
for
goes
sure.
on.
It is weird. Like it almost boils the water as this fire energy comes off of Anura, and you see this mermaid sort of react to this scorch that she experiences, and you see her bluish green skin begins to bubble as if burned. All right, that is the scout's turn. That brings us back to Traeia. She should do something fun, right? Let's see. Oh, she could just have her sphere try to restrain number 3 as well. So she's gonna move the sphere over. And you see it sort of lashes out at number 3. Ooh, what's wrong?
No. Sorry, I almost broke my hat.
And number 3 is also restrained.
Hello.
Amazing.
Don't mess with some angry dolphins.
So, Anura, you take this hit, you flash back, and then this water wraps around like tentacles almost, and you see both of these mermaids are now like pushed together and restrained. And you hear Traeia going, I'll be honest, this is kind of fucking fun. All right,
I'm gonna just
Anura, you're
nod
up.
in agreement. Okay. So I am going to. Why not do this? I'm gonna cast. I don't know what I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna take Underbrush out
Okay.
and cast Moonbeam using
Okay.
Underbrush. Let me see what the size of it is because I don't remember.
I think it's a 5 foot like circle.
It
Yeah, 5 foot
is
radius.
a 5-foot cylinder.
So it's a 5 foot radius, so it's technically a 10-foot cylinder.
Okay.
Let me see if I have this.
Then I want it between 4, 5, and 3, so it hits all 3 of them, right? Or do I need to move it between 2 of them? Is that how that would work? I'm not sure.
You have to put it like on an intersection of the grid essentially.
Okay.
So you can hit like 4 and 5 or 3 and 4.
Yeah, then I'll do that.
4 and 5.
Yes.
Gotcha. And then make a
So it doesn't do
Constitution
anything.
saving throw.
Not yet. It's not until their turn.
Gotcha. Remind me when it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I will. And then as
And
Sorry.
Moonbeam is concentration, so you do lose concentration on your tree.
Oh, can I not do that then? Because I didn't realize they were both concentration.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realize they were both concentration. My bad.
That's all right.
I can't get it to reset the charge. I'll figure it out later. Then I'm going to cast Flame Blade at 3rd level.
Flame Blade at 3rd level. All right.
And
That's also concentration, you realize.
Is it? God damn,
Yeah.
why are my spells concentration? Oh, because it stays up after I cast it. Never mind.
Yeah.
I know why. Then I lied. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
There you go. Now you're in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, before I
which
do
one?
that though, I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action and take the Starry Form for Archer.
You got it. Mark off your second wild shape. You take the Archer form. Are you casting Guiding Bolt first, or are you doing like the extra Archer thing first?
I'm gonna do the extra Archer thing first.
Gotcha. And who are you trying to hit
Still
here?
gets. I'm going to try and hit number 3 because then Triad can take the advantage
Gotcha.
later.
It is a ranged attack, so it would be disadvantage, but it's a restrained creature. It's a restrained creature, so it would be advantage, so it would just be a straight roll.
I still get advantage though because it's a wisdom-based attack and I have Great Tree up.
No, you don't. Oh, yes, you do. You kept it on. Yes. So you would still have advantage. Yes.
Okay. 27.
To hit?
Yeah, it was a natural 19.
Yeah, that 8, hits.
So, it's 1d8. That's not a d8 now. I lost my d8. Give me a second. It dropped.
Is Owlbear supposed to be playing anything?
Yes.
I hear nothing.
You hear nothing? Do you have Mummy Lord muted?
I will check again once I find a d8.
Yeah.
Found a d8. Okay.
Imagine the music going dum 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 dum.
Mummy Lord is
muted.
unmuted.
I don't know why. Yeah, you're unmuted. I'm hearing nothing.
Weird. What if I do this?
Not you.
Can you hear it anymore? No?
No. And that was 9 points of damage of radiant damage.
Okay. So, in this sort of watery prison that she's in, you fire this radiant bolt and you see her form just stop resisting and just sort of fall.
I'm at
She
D8.
is dead.
Okay, and then I still have Guiding Bolt to cast, and I'm
You
going to
do.
cast it at number 1, so it ends up being the same thing. It just goes back to advantage
Exactly,
because of
yeah.
Great Tree.
Yep.
That is a 26 to hit. It was a natural 18.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I said I cast it at 3rd level, right? Yeah, it's a 66.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry, gotta find some D6. I don't have the room on my desk like I used to, unfortunately, so I can't organize all my dice anymore. I found my Percy dice. I'm gonna use it.
Wow, thanks for the raid, Kenny CTV1. Holy shit, thank you guys so much. Welcome to a battle of druids versus mermaids.
A druid who can't find a D6 in a bag of dice. Where's the D6? I keep finding D20s.
Is Albert still quiet?
Yes, it's so quiet for me too.
Really? Is it quiet or is it mute?
Mute. I can't hear anything.
24 points of radiant damage for that one from Guiding Bolt.
24, you said?
Yes. Wait, no, 22. I can't math.
22 points of radiant damage. Amazing. Okay, so you hit this mermaid with this radiant bolt, and as it's restrained by this watery sphere, you just see her react to it, and she's still struggling, but now she's much slower, and she's glowing as well. Alright, is that your turn, Anura?
That is my turn.
Amazing. So, you see the other mermaids outside the window turn to their left and say something in a language that you don't speak. What language
That's
did you
surprising.
speak? No, you don't speak it.
Oh my god,
That's
what?
a first.
Anura doesn't speak a
it
language?
has some sort of like consonant sounds and vowel sounds that you like your ear catches them and you think like maybe you know it, but then it's complete gibberish to you, so you're not quite sure what they're speaking.
It
But they
is on
seem to
my
be
list of
talking to
languages
someone.
I want to learn now.
Yeah. Okay, and these will step forward, and you see, two mermen appear, but they are dressed in far fancier, armor, and they have far fancier weapons. They seem to be, the bosses of this group, and they both swarm in, both just sort of floating above the floor of this shipwreck.
Did they go into the watery sphere?
One of them does, yeah. But has to make a strength save on its turn, I think. Let me double check. That's a good question.
I forget
I
a lot
guess
of the
you don't
druid
hear
spells
it
are
in
on your
stream
turn.
too.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't hear the music at
It's
all.
silent for the stream as well.
Oh no, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Sammy, have you been vibing to music that none of us can hear?
Apparently I have. Hold on. Let's see what's happening here. Did that fix it for anyone?
Let me try muting you
Did
and unmuting
not.
you again. Nothing.
What about
I
you,
can try
stream?
reloading Albert real fast.
I can too. Is it just me and Gavin, or does everybody else have it?
None of y'all
Yeah, I
have
can't
it?
hear it either.
There's no
Yeah, I
music.
can't hear.
Yeah.
Stream doesn't have
No
it either?
music.
Nope.
Hey, no music.
I mean, if you send me a link to it, I can blast it over the speakers in my room. They could probably hear it through my mic.
Hold on. This is way too important. This music is dope.
I've been kicking ass to no music.
That is so lame.
I've just been playing the Halo theme in my head this whole time.
Kicking ass.
You know?
Alright,
Taking
hold
names
on.
and
Hold
kicking
on,
ass.
hold on. Let's get this shit sorted.
Oh wait, no, I
Taking
got that
names
wrong.
and taking
Taking ass.
ass.
There we go. I was trying to say that and I messed it up. I messed up trying to purposely
Alright,
mess
do you
it up.
hear
Oh my God.
that?
Let me try
No.
muting you and unmuting you. No.
God
I do
damn it.
not. Unfortunately.
What the fuck? Hold on. What's happening here? It's on full volume. Hold on, I'm gonna like
Wait a
refresh
minute.
it.
Alright, I'm losing it.
Alright, let's see here. Let's get this shit going.
Gavin, I can only think of a TikTok audio now that you've mentioned It's a Hard Knock Life.
I think of like Shirley Temple.
Why? It's an Annie song.
Oh yeah, you're right. I get Shirley Temple and Annie confused, you know? They're both like small children with curly hair. One's a redhead, one's a blonde. It's fine.
Small
You
children
know?
with curly hair.
Listen, I can recite the entire song of Animal Crackers in my soup. Don't test me right now.
So now this has me stuck on A Sound of Music for some reason because I went to that, and all I can think of is a TikTok I saw earlier where someone took the lyrics to all of my favorite things and then set it to Rob Zombie's Dragula, and that's all I can think of now.
You know what? We'll fix the music later. For now, I'm gonna have Isaac make some battle music for us. Okay.
I can have
God.
the ukulele and start playing random things. I can play Crazy Train on my ukulele.
Anna, you got enough to worry about right now.
I do. I really do.
Okay.
You have a
Let me look up that
ukulele?
spell.
I sea shanty.
I do have a ukulele.
I'm jealous.
I also have a kalimba wherever the fuck it went.
All right. Let's see if they succeed on this.
I've always wanted to learn how to play the SpongeBob theme on a ukulele.
Oh wow, an 18 and a 19. So yeah, they definitely both make it through that watery sphere. But they are
Well-
pushed to either side of it.
Can Traeia
Um,
use a reaction to lower their saves?
With their modifiers, it wouldn't matter. She's got a pretty low save DC.
I was just wondering.
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna play my own battle music.
I can't.
Wait a minute, Mr. Post.
Yeah, that's the battle music we need. Okay,
What's happening?
so these sort of like boss merfolk, they pull out. While the other mer people had these sort of short swords, these swords that they pull out seem to be made of coral and silver, and they look fierce and unpleasant. And both of them are going to make strikes against you, Anura. The first one makes 2 strikes against you. One's holy shit, a natural 1 and a natural 3. So the other one is going to make 2 strikes against you. I hate these dice. They're so pretty. Why are they doing this to me? A
That's me and my
17.
dice.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so one of them's going to hit. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
I have advantage on those right now.
You do.
Don't I?
That's
Yeah.
lucky, yes.
Jamming out to Welcome to Wildmount Looped.
Amazing.
It makes it a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So you take 4 points of piercing damage. And you feel some sort of toxin hit you as this sort of like coral rapier pierces your body, and for a moment you feel your muscles seize up around it, but you breathe through it and push it out, and you're okay. Okay, that is their turn. That brings us back to the scouts, and they are both seeing this watery sphere prison that one of their mer friends is in. They are both going to pull out these sort of bizarre, almost like blow dart scenarios, and they're going both at you, Anura.
Of course.
That's better. Thank you for behaving.
Oh god.
The lower is a 14, or sorry, a 16.
They both hit then.
Okay, so both of them are gonna hit. That's gonna be 10 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make 2 more Constitution saving throws, both with advantage because
Give me a
of
second.
your tree.
You said 10 points.
10 points of piercing.
I have to do math because I still had temporary hit points. Give me a second.
Oh, and that reminds
Okay.
me, roll a Constitution saving throw as well with advantage.
Oh yeah.
And this is for concentration, and then
Okay.
we'll get into the other ones.
Concentration was 16.
Okay, you're fine.
Okay, and then the other
now
ones.
2 Constitution saving throws.
Okay, the first one is a 15,
Okay.
and the second is a 17.
Okay. So once again, you feel these sort of like daggers pierce your body, and you feel the muscle seize up around it, but you just break them off. Something about right now, you feel so strong in your like tree hybrid form as well as your archer form. You are both the ground and the sky right now, and here you are surrounded by the sea. You are all of nature combined.
I am the Avatar.
You are the Avatar. All right. And then one will try to escape the watery sphere. Not like that, she won't. All right, Traea's turn. She wants to actually cause some damage here.
Hey, how many rounds has it been?
We are. It's been 2 rounds.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was making
Yeah.
sure.
So, still maintaining her watery sphere, she's also going to take on the archer form. So you watch as Traea's eyes glow, and although she has no stars along her body, you see these pinpoints of light connect her eyes and just sort of draw her jawline and go down her neck and under her armor.
Oh, cool.
And you feel a connection with her. And she's going to make her strike. God, this die is just going everywhere. It was a 15 until it was a 5, which is a 12, which actually will hit. She actually has advantage on this. Even better. So she's going to hit number 1. Oh, actually, it would have been the same anyway, because it's melee, but advantage, so it's just a normal roll. So just the first roll still hits. So that is 1d8 plus 4 radiant. Jesus Christ. 10 points of radiant damage to her, and you just see the watery sphere explode as this mermaid just sort of slowly sinks to the ground and hits and is motionless. That is Traea's turn. All right. And yeah, that's gonna be Traea's turn. All right, Anura, you're up.
All right, so I'm gonna take the dagger of marking.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the one right in front of me.
B1, if you will.
Yes, I didn't remember his name. It wasn't loading correctly, so.
Yeah, go ahead. You're good. This is
right,
one of the boss man.
Boss man. So it's the roll for this first. So,
Yeah, first you have to just make a normal attack roll.
18?
18 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so does the damage from Hunter's Mark start this round or the next round?
Check the item description. I think it specifies.
Once per long rest, you can cast... After hitting a creature with this weapon, you can cast Hunter's Mark on the target without requiring any components. That's all it says.
Oh, so then no, it'll start next round.
Or is it? I need to look under the Hunter's Mark spell. That would be smarter.
Yeah, because you've already made the attack and then you cast Hunter's Mark. So yeah, it would be next round would be Hunter's Mark. Damage.
Choose a creature you can see within range and mystically mark it as your quarry until the spell ends. It says until the spell ends, so that's why I was confused.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you've cast a spell after you've made the attack. So just go ahead and roll normal damage for the attack.
Oh god, what is it? A D4? D4 plus 2, right? Where the fuck is it? 5 points of piercing damage then.
5 points of piercing. All right.
And then I've got the Hunter's Mark thing, right?
Yes, Hunter's Mark is on. You feel a strong sort of navigational pull towards this guy right in front of you.
And then I also have the Starry Form thing, right?
Yes,
Archer?
you do.
And it'll take damage for Hunter's Mark from that. Because it's any attack.
Yes.
Okay.
But this attack's going to be at disadvantage.
Oh
no, you're still good. You still have it on. So it'll be a normal.
So it's a 22 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
28. 11 points of radiant damage, and then I gotta remember how much Hunter's Mark does. I think it's 1d6.
I think it's a d6, yeah.
Yeah, and so then 1d6. 6 more points of bludgeoning damage, whatever that is. I don't know what it's called.
I think it's just the same as whatever you just did.
Okay, then radiant damage.
Yeah. All right. You slice, and you send your radiant bolt, and he seems very focused on you. He even licks his lips a bit.
No, I don't like that.
You see sharp teeth, almost like shark teeth, in his mouth. All right, and that brings us to their turn. So
has anything hit me since then? By the way, I thought something hit me, didn't it?
Oh yeah. The blow dart. So no, you already rolled for that. You're good.
I thought that was for one from before, because I've been hit before.
Make another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
I'm trying to be honest about it.
I appreciate it.
It's a natural, or not natural 19. It's a 19.
You're fine.
Can't talk today.
All right. So the one that you hunters marked is going to make 2 attacks with his coral rapier at ya. One's a natural 2. That one's better. That's an 18.
That hits.
All right. That's going to be only 4 points of piercing damage, and make another Constitution saving throw, please.
Do I need to make 2?
Yeah, so the first one's going to be concentration.
Okay. The first roll was a nat 20.
Okay, so this one is going to be against the actual effect.
Oh god, please roll better than that. 15?
You're okay.
Okay.
So the blade slices into you, and once again, a moment of dread, and then a relax. Until the other coral rapier comes from the other guy. One's a natural 1. This die sucks. It's going away. 17 on the other one.
Yes.
All right. Another 4 points of piercing damage. God, it could be so much worse.
So 2 more.
2 more Constitution saving throws. This one's for concentration.
I'm so glad I have advantage. Concentration is 16.
Good. And then the effect.
A 14.
Okay. For a moment, you feel like maybe this time you won't be able to get out. Ugh. Something about this moment. Nothing can stop you. Okay.
Oh god, I cast that the guardian thing.
You see one of them turn to the other mer people and say something in the language you don't speak. All right, it is now the other mer people's turn. You see one of them look at you both in disgust and just say, "Air breathers," and will use its turn to run.
Is that the mermaid equivalent of calling someone a mouth breather?
I thought it was the
Essentially.
mermaid equivalent of like a muggle
Nice.
for a second. If they are any of them close enough for me to get attack of opportunity?
No, they're both out of your melee.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's fucking out of there.
How far away is he?
He used his action to dash, so he's 80 feet away. Well, he was already 10 feet
Oh,
away,
I
so
can
he's
still
90
hit
feet
him.
away.
I can hit him still.
And this one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 5, 10, 15, off the map as well.
I can hit both of them still.
All right. That brings us to Traea's turn, who... She's got such fun stuff to do. She's gonna drop her watery sphere. And
Those are
first thing
crouching.
first, on her bonus action, we'll make an archer attack against that second boss guy. Which is a 17, which definitely hits. So that's gonna be... God, I'm rolling so bad today, guys. She's only gonna do 5 points of damage to him. Great. And then, for her action, she'll cast Guiding Bolts at him. Why not? She sees that it seems to be working for you. Not for her, that's a natural 3. Guys, what's happening to me right now? Cool, so that is Traea's turn, but you see she gets right up in the face of this other merman. She goes, "What'll I tell you? Wrong people, wrong trap." Alright, Anura, you're up.
Alright, so I am going to... I don't know, that's a really good question. What am I going to do? I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level.
Okay, at
On
B1?
B2.
B2, okay, go ahead.
That's
Still just gonna be a
it's
straight
a
roll.
straight roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. 16.
16 hits. Go ahead, roll damage.
That's 5d6. I'm just gonna roll 1d6 and be done with it. 5, 9, 13, Jesus Christ. 14, 20, 24 points of radiant damage.
Jesus Christ.
And he's glowing now.
He is glowing indeed. But he's
And
still
then
up.
Archer is gonna go at B1.
You got it.
It's a straight roll. So 24 to hit.
That definitely hits, yeah.
So 1d8 and then d6. 9 plus 4, 13 points of radiant damage to him.
13 points. He's hanging on by a thread, but at this point, he's fueled by his own rage, even though you see sort of like a cloud of his green blood starting to just sort of swirl around him, and you can see him sort of weakening. His eyes are just locked onto you. Anything else, Anura?
That is all.
All right. Their turn now. B1 is going to make 2 more rapier attacks against you. I'm going to use 2 new dice because I don't trust anything that I'm doing right now. How about these 2? A 7 and a 3.
Doesn't hit, Sammy.
It doesn't. Crazy how that happens. But B2 is going to strike at Traeia. 2 other new dice. One's a 2, but the other one's an 18, so that one definitely hits. So that is 1d8 plus 2. 6 points of damage to Traeia. And she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
For her con throw, I'm going to add to it just to make sure. With Cosmic Omen.
Feel free.
It adds 5.
Plus 5?
Yeah.
So that makes it a 25.
Oh, okay. So she was fine.
Barely even. She gets a cut. And she goes, "Really?" All right. That is their turn. You see, the one right in front of you, Anura, looks at you and says in the common tongue, "There are always more. You are on our land. We will eat what is ours." All right. Hey, Ryujin.
Can I go before that? Can I respond? And there's always more spells.
Nice. Ryujin, you're coming in from all the way in the back corner here.
Okay, I will say, I still have the elemental out. I'm assuming once I got close enough that we, converge. Because remember, I summoned the elemental, and I was like,
Yes.
can I have it try and look for him?
I will say, do you have like a psychic connection to the elemental?
Let me.
Because I remember the
double-check.
elemental rolled like shit.
The elemental is very stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, the elemental's real dumb. He's like
Hmm.
an animal. So I'm gonna say the elemental is not here yet. Might be here in the future, but you don't know.
He's trying his
Can I
best.
call him? Can I just be like, over here, dickhead?
Whistle.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh, God. That's not bad. Unless I have a negative modifier. I don't. That's surprising. 14.
14. You don't hear him. Maybe he heard you. You're not quite sure.
Okay.
Is it an advantage since it's a water animal?
No.
That'd be interesting.
So
Ryujin, it is your turn.
Okay.
And what you see in the distance are 2 what look like humanoid fish creatures dashing off far away in the opposite direction. And you hear some commotion from inside what looks like this partial shipwreck.
Okay. So if I were to move to right, hold on, right there. That is 30 feet. And can I see what's going on inside the shipwreck, or is it?
No, the doors are closed. They are indoors right now.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just use my full action for movement instead. So I'll
Alright.
just go another 30 feet. Well, actually,
Yes.
because I'm in water, it's 40 feet.
Oh yeah,
so I
you
can
can
move
fucking swim,
10
dude.
more feet.
Yeah.
5, 10. So I'll go right there. So from there, I can't see anything, can I?
No,
Door
but you do
shut,
see
no.
you see closed double doors in front of you.
Okay. What if I Eldritch Blast the door?
You can certainly do that.
Yes.
Go ahead, make your attacks.
First one is going to be... I rolled 14, that's plus 7 to hit. 22? Wait. 21.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Sure. That hits.
And the second one is a 16, so I assume those both
They
hit.
do both hit. Go ahead and roll damage. So Anura, you
Okay.
say your awesome one-liner in the face of this merman, and then you hear, and part of the
God.
wood just like cracks in your face, and you see like some of the wood is splintered in the door. Something else.
Would
is
I know
here.
what spell it was?
No.
That's 13 damage total. It's not a lot.
I wouldn't know. I've been around Ryujin enough when I recognize his Eldritch Blast.
His Eldritch Blast is basically water energy, and you're underwater right now. So if anything, it just feels like there's been like a slight like impact, and then another one right behind it, and you see now there's like a peak behind the wood of the door frame, and you can see there's a figure there, but you can't quite see what it is. All right, that's your turn, Ryujin.
Yes.
The mermaids who are running run more, and that brings us to Traeia, who will use her archer form against B2, which would be at disadvantage, but because of Guiding Bolt, it's at advantage, so it's just a straight roll. God, I hate my rolls. Luckily, they have a really shitty AC, so it still hits with a 15. It's gonna be this one. All right, that's better. That's better. That is 9 points of damage. Which is enough, actually. So, she just blasts this radiant bolt right at this second sort of boss guy. And you just see him just sort of crumble to the ground. She looks at you, she goes, well, I couldn't let you have all the fun, right? And then she will Guiding Bolt the other one. This is just a
I don't even
disadvantage.
get to do
though.
that.
She's at disadvantage, so she may not hit. That is a 16. It does hit.
No, I don't even get to kill them after all this.
Let's see here. Okay. So, it's almost like with one hand she fires and you see this first one crumble to the ground. The other hand, she almost like underhands it and you see this radiant bolt of energy fire all the way from her eyes, down her neck, across her arm, almost like it's charging up, and then right off her fingers as she slices, and you see this bolt pierce the bottom of this merman's chin and fire off through his skull, and he crumples to the ground. She's standing there. It was fucking awesome.
Okay, can I say so? Okay, I know that because I can see Ryujin slightly through the door, but I don't know that's him yet, do I?
Correct.
So
Did
I
she
know
just
what
Phineas
Anura.
Gage a merman?
Yes, she Phineas Gaged him.
So I know what I would do because I don't know that it's Ryujin. I can move Hunter's Mark as a bonus action. And so I probably would have moved Hunter's Mark over to whoever it was and fired through the door.
You got it. So it is now your turn. So bonus action,
I'm
you
gonna be
move
real.
Hunter's Mark.
Sorry,
And
Ryujin.
then-
It's what I do, I know.
It's
And
been
what are you
real,
doing?
guys. I got my new character already rolled up.
Sorry. I don't
What are
know
you doing,
cast
Anura?
Guiding Bolt with the
Go ahead.
starry map. I have advantage on it still. It's a 19 instead of a 20, so
Like to
That
say
still
how
does
does
it.
it
hits.
popped up on my Solana?
I'm literally the water boy. How could you do this?
Sorry!
Go ahead and roll damage. The good
He
news
just
is
said
radiant
there'd be
damage,
more of
Ryujin.
them. You're resistant.
What?
You're resistant to radiant.
and cold damage as well.
Ooh.
Well, this is
Right?
radiant.
Hold on, let me check. Yes, radiant and cold damage.
Yeah.
9, 15,
Mm.
21, and then there's one more from that. Makes it a 27 points of radiant damage halved.
Okay. So 27 halves, only 13.
13. That's not bad.
Sorry.
He's like, I'm here to help.
Sorry. Can I immediately just go, I'm so
I have
sorry.
no fear.
Yeah, you
for
hear
I
Ryujin
am
sort of
here.
like in pain, and you're like, oh, I know that voice.
I'm
It's
so
not
sorry.
even like a grunt. It's just me gargling water. Just
Amazing. Did you also forget to roll your Hunter's Mark damage?
That was just Hunter's Mark. That was
Okay,
all
cool.
5d6.
Gotcha. Amazing.
Can I just shoot a lightning bolt back through the door?
I mean,
I
it
probably
is
could not survive that.
it is technically your turn, Ryujin, if you want to do anything.
Shit.
I mean, fucking do it, man. I did just attack you. You don't know it's me that attacked
Alright,
you.
Realism. Hold on. Can I see anything through the door?
You can see. I mean, the light is behind you, so all you saw was some sort of radiant blast of energy fire through your hole back at you.
Okay. I'm gonna go, like 10 feet from the door, right there. Is that 10 feet?
Yeah.
That's 10 feet. And then I will. Wait a second. Oh no, it's too late. It's too late.
What?
I was gonna counterspell, but it's too late.
Way too late for that.
Yeah, I forgot that I had that until I just looked at my.
I just
my sheet.
realized, could I not have seen it was Ryujin even with it being dark? Or was the hole
No,
too
you're
small?
looking through like essentially like a
Okay.
peephole.
Okay.
Yeah, it has nothing
So
to do
Ryujin-
with light.
You can't
From
see
your
me
end.
anyway.
So I'm gonna get 10 feet from the door, and I'm gonna thunder wave.
Okay.
Just
Is that-
disintegrate the doors.
Is that Constitution from them?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cube emanating from me as the center. Right?
Let me just double check. Thunder wave.
Yes. A wave
So
of
it's like
thunderous
1,000
force
fucking
sweeps
thunder
out
waves.
from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes, what is it? 2d8 thunder damage.
Okay, so
and-
actually,
Traeia doesn't
you-
have to make it.
You only hit Anura, you don't hit Traeia. How nice.
Oh shit!
All right. So what is the save?
It's
Constitution.
15, but it's on a successful save, the creature takes half damage. On a failure,
Yeah.
you take 5d8.
So
not
go ahead and make a
2d8.
con save. Luckily, you still have advantage on it.
First one was a 1.
Good thing you have advantage.
The second one was a 3. So it's a 5 in total.
So what's really funny, so go ahead and roll damage, Ryujin. Anura, you're also pushed 10 feet away, which means you're pushed into Traeia, which pushes Traeia out the window.
I'm so sorry.
So
Do I
I'm
take
going to
damage
add
when I
an
hit the
extra
wall?
d6 of damage on that as well.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
Fine.
I'm so sorry.
Fine.
It's not bad. It's only a 2. So in total, that's going to be 31.
Plus an extra 1 point of damage. So 32 points of damage to you.
My goal was to
I had
disintegrate.
32 damage left.
Are you
goal
out?
was-
Sorry. I'm very mad.
You're getting yelled at by the roommate?
My goal.
Don't grab me, and I was trying to make sure I was reassuring her it was okay.
So
I
hold
had
on.
My
let me-
goal was to
You had
disintegrate the
32
door.
left, so you are now unconscious.
Correct.
Amazing. So, Ryujin, you destroy these doors. You blast them in as you see a familiar purple tiefling get propelled into this person that you have just sort of met through the shattered window, shattering it more, and they sort of like crumple onto the ground outside of this shipwreck. And you see Traeia sort of floating there going, "What the fuck did you do?"
I didn't know you were in here. I just got shot. What the hell? Why did you? Oh my god. Can
Am I
I?
losing
She's
hair
she's
as
gonna
this
cast
happens?
Cure Wounds.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I go and like potion?
Yeah, she's got a healing spell. She'll get it.
I'm so sorry.
That's gonna be 11 points of healing to you, Anura.
Thank you.
Uh,
The other question is, I no longer have water breathing now that I passed out, do I?
you do not.
Mm.
How much
So
air do I have in my lungs?
Enough for a single spell.
Do I have another third level spell?
oh shit.
And Ryujin, you do notice that Traeia doesn't seem to notice
Notice what?
that the spell has faded.
Oh, water breathing?
I'm gonna cast water breathing
Mm.
again. I have 1/3 level left.
Okay, you come to and you breathe in. And you very quickly cast water breathe.
Well, Traeia would have still had it because it's not concentration. It's just
Oh,
a
that's true.
duration
It's
of
24
24
hours.
hours. So was I good either
Whatever.
way?
Whatever.
Either way, I cast it either way, we're good.
Cast it again. Out of
I'm just
sheer
gonna, like-
impulse.
What the hell?
Trias looks
Who
at you,
shot
Ryujin, and goes,
me?
"We were having an awesome moment. You fucking ruined it. What the hell are you doing?"
I'm sorry I got shot through a door when I was trying to. Oh my! You know
We
what?
had it
Tell
covered.
it was you.
Listen, all I know is you guys were away for a long time as dolphins. There was some sketchy feelings going on. I came to see what the fuck was up. You know how far away the boat is? It's
We
gonna
had
take
it
us like
under
30 minutes
control.
just to get back.
At the moment you see Tria's face does change, she goes, "Oh god, Nemios is gonna kill me." And she immediately just propels herself up, and you see she's very talented in the water, and she just begins swimming back towards the surface at a sort of diagonal.
I can't swim that fast. I don't have any wild shapes left.
Can I have the? I don't know. I guess we'll just I'll grab one of Honora's hands and the elemental. Wait, what's the elemental?
He's not there yet.
Damn it!
He's still looking around.
Um,
You can go with Anura. You're just gonna be at half speed, so you're gonna be at 20 feet instead of 40.
Hold on, let me see what I can.
How fast is the ship moving?
Um, faster.
It's far. It's. Mm, mm.
Let me pull it up here.
Do any of these things do anything? The spells that I didn't get rid of, do they do anything?
I would say the ship is probably about a mile away right now.
Mm. Okay.
Oh crap, I never got rid of it. I have water walk. I'm gonna cast water walk.
Oh, there you go.
No, yeah. So if we're going with I still was able to breathe underwater with water breathing, I'll cast
yeah.
water walk.
Okay, so you cast Water Walk, and immediately you feel your feet propelling you upwards, and you shoot like a rocket right up to the surface, straight up, and you feel like almost like your skin going as you propel, and you feel your ears popping as you burst onto the surface and land on your feet on the surface of the ocean. As all of this is happening, Adagio, Ilme, and Alexios, you guys are on board as you watched as Anura and Traeia dove in as dolphins, and very shortly afterward, Ryujin jumped in after them. Seaman and Nemios is looking over the side of the ship. What's going on as this is all happening?
Okay, well, I was gonna be keeping an eye out, trying to see if I could see them at all possible. See if I could find them along the horizon if they ever surfaced again.
Sure.
And probably after like 5 or so minutes of not seeing them, I'd probably turn to Sana. That's who I'm with. And be like, do you think we should steal the ship?
That is a good question. I would leave to the captain. At that point, you see Cassandra comes on the deck, and she sees Anemios sort of like looking around. She's like, "What is going on?" And Nemios just turns and goes, "Traeia and the purple one jumped overboard as dolphins to see some sort of shadow in the water, but they've been gone for 10 minutes now." Cassandra sort of giggles to herself, like, "Yes, that does sound like them. Well, I am sure they will catch up." Anyone says, "No, something is wrong. We have to stop the ship. We have to do something." Cassandra goes, "Friend, relax. Traeia is more than capable, and Anura is more than capable. We have seen them in action. You have no need to worry. And Demios gets right up to Cassandra's face. He is dead serious. He just goes, Traeia is down there, and she could be in danger. Turn this ship around. There's sort of a heavy pause as they both just sort of stare each other down. You see Cassandra sort of straightens up, almost as if to say, I'm the fucking captain of this ship. And they just keep staring at each other.
I want to
could-
step forward and be like, we could always
I'm
try
the captain.
casting a sending message and see if they're doing all right. There's no need to raise hostility.
Cassandra looks at you and sort of breaks attention, and she goes, That is quite all right.
Are we close to surfacing yet?
Hold on.
Okay. Sorry.
Raise the sails! Theos, tell your men to stop rowing. We will not return, but we will stop where we are. See if they can catch up. And Amos sort of looks at her. Thank you. And turns and walks away. So all of that, so I would say you guys were underwater during that entire thing for about 10 minutes. So, Ilme, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Do I have advantage with the spyglass thingy?
You
Do I have it?
Yeah.
Yay. Is that, did she give it to me, or is it just
No,
on
it's
load?
definitely, while you're up here with me, you can use this.
Oh man, I'm still gonna steal this later. Oh my gosh, okay, that wasn't very good. But it's a 16.
16. You stay looking at the horizon, and you're waiting for a while, and you're not really, first of all, you're not really sure what you're looking for. But after a while, you're like, okay, I'm looking for 2 shapes, maybe 3 shapes, if Ryujin caught up with them. And eventually you just see a single shape walking across the water towards you, far away.
And I can't make out who it is.
Not with that roll. Maybe when they get closer, but they're pretty far away.
Okay, I'll point it out to Sana and be like, hey, there's something out there, but it's only one. I only see one shape out there.
Sana takes
See
it.
if she...
Her higher roll was a natural 4. She looks. That is not the most promising thing I have seen. Let us not worry them until we know more, yes?
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out as whoever it is gets closer.
Sure. Ryujin, as you are actually a faster swimmer than Traeia, it doesn't take you long swimming to catch up with her.
Okay.
She sort of looks at you as you just sort of skate by. She looks at you, she goes, we had it covered.
I see that now. I apologize. I thought something bad was happening. I didn't have. Alright. Okay.
She looks like she's like wants to say a couple different things, and then just decides to just keep plowing ahead. Several more minutes passed.
When I
Oh, yeah?
arrived, I feel like it was an Aquaman moment, you know, like 2 sea turtles under my feet.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So, Ilme, a few more minutes pass as you guys keep just sort of sharing this spyglass, and eventually you do see the figure coming towards you has horns and has a purple hue.
I'll just shout out below, hey, I see Anura down there, but nobody else.
You see Anemios looks up and looks at Cassandra. Are you sure?
Yeah, it has horns. I don't think Traeia or Region have horns.
Right. And he just sort of like talks to himself. He's like, well, she's quite a good swimmer, so perhaps. Let us not worry. let us talk to Anura when they get back on board, yes? Ryujin, you are the one that gets there first. You burst up from the water and grab the ladder that is hanging off the side of the ship and climb your way up onto the main deck.
They're
Anemius
fine.
comes to you immediately.
Everyone is fine. They're just behind me. It's okay. They didn't even need me. I might have caused more harm than good. Just saying.
At this point, Traeia and Anura, you guys sort of get there around the same time, and Traeia just climbs up ahead of you, and you see Anemius sort of grabs her by the shoulders. Don't do that again. I'm sorry. I could handle it, and I did. I killed those things. He goes, I don't want to hear it. Go to your quarters now. Ugh! And she storms off.
Can I go before she can get all the way away and be like, hey, if she had not been there, I would not have made it out of there. She's the reason we both stayed alive.
Stayed alive.
That is good to hear. But still, the girl needs discipline. And Traeia leaves. Cassandra comes. Well, what happened down there?
There might be more of what they were. They were like mermaids or something, but they were going to eat us.
Yes, that sounds about right. Well, you held your own.
We fought off what was there, but they said we're in their territory, and there will always be more.
Yes, the merfolk. They are a proud bunch. They believe that anything on the ocean floor is their domain. Even a relic from the human world, if it touches the ocean floor, is now their property. So, yes, I could see how this miscommunication could happen. But I am glad that you are both okay.
Yeah.
But now we really must be going.
Wait, are you telling me mermaids are bottom feeders?
Oh my god.
They are proud people, but they are set in their ways.
Of bottom feeding.
Yes, I think that's
they
what this is
feast on the
going.
flesh of their enemies.
I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch the floor, so I wasn't an enemy.
The bottom.
Any surface dweller in their area, any surface dweller that touches the ocean floor, is their property.
I see.
I mean, I didn't touch the floor, so.
Now go, it is getting late, and I assume Dewdrop will be coming with dinner any moments now, and we really must catch up on the speed we have lost.
Okay.
Question.
Is my elemental, like, what's he doing? He's just wandering around, like...
Wandering around the ocean.
Like, oh, what's his name? Hold on.
The mermaids are going to take him.
Like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction with a towel, just like...
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Dodger, you had a question?
We've been on the ship for a while. Do we enjoy Dewdrop's meals? Are they good?
He's a great... I mean, it's not the best meals you've ever had, but considering that you're like, it's a ship food, it's really good ship food.
Does he cook better than Alexios?
How could
Hell
you?
no.
I need to know.
Listen, Alexios cooks with love. Dewdrop has really good, like, technique.
All right, with love wins though.
Apples
That's
and
what
oranges.
I needed to know.
Yeah.
That's
All
what I
right,
needed
so the rest of the evening is yours to do with as you please. Is there anything else would like to do this evening before heading to bed?
Can I go?
I will
wait.
I'd like to know what mermaids look like.
Throughout this night, Anura can describe to you what the mermaids look like.
Of course I can. Yeah, they would be terrible descriptions. I'm bad at these, so.
Go ahead, Anura, make a performance check.
Oh no. Oh no, I have a +0 to my charisma.
Can I have Ryujin make illusions of it instead?
Ryujin didn't really see him.
Damn it.
Adagio, Anura seems very excitable right now.
I try and use Ryujin's liar and make illusions myself.
No.
You have to
Adagio,
attune
like
to
you
it.
get
Oh,
the
that's
basic
right.
biology of what Anora's describing, but what you can't seem to get a concrete answer on is like at what level of their body does the fish part start? Like it could be at the neck or it could be like at the toes. You're not quite sure. And
In my
Honora just keeps
defense,
saying a
I
bunch
was a
of random
little
shit.
preoccupied with trying not to die.
I didn't bring back a
Exactly.
single
Honora can
souvenir.
describe their teeth really well.
I can, and the
Not
rapiers.
even, not even like a fish scale or something for me.
Nothing.
It was kind of trying not to die, then Ryujin killing me and getting back to the surface.
Isn't it always like that?
Like
with
the other
us?
side of the ship, can I just go, hey?
I like how no one also questioned that Ryujin killed me.
Did we know that? Did you say that?
No.
Oh, that was the first time you've heard it.
Well, you don't look dead to me, so I'll worry later.
I'll worry later. Fair. I mean, I'm always dying. It's fine.
You go over to Ryujin and be like, "Was it on purpose, though?
It's like, what the
Are you good? Should I you
Anybody
more?
hungry?
Do you need an intervention? What's happening here, man? If you need to box it out, I mean, come on."
Come on.
Nora's not the one to box with right now.
It's like a level of barbarian. Let's go.
Raise your fist. Fisticuffs.
All
It's the
right.
only way to settle it on sea. Arm wrestle.
Before sleep, we'll
Yeah.
just go up to the, I don't know, the front of the ship again, I guess, and just like
Mhm.
hang out near the figurehead.
Mm-hmm.
And same deal. We're gonna play the lyre. But
All right.
I actually didn't think this far. Hold on.
You should make the illusion of when you pushed Traeia through the window by pushing me into Traeia.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
see
the
what
illusion
Demigods
is gonna
does.
be like the journey from what I can remember to the first like gladiator or the gladiator pit, like the arena.
Okay.
Like riding like carriages and stuff. All that.
Love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It brings back memories of a very different time in your life, a very different Ryujin. And you think about all the people that you fought, the people that you met, the fights you won, and how it all ended, and where you are now. It's a long journey that got you here. Here you are. All right. Anything else tonight, Alexios?
At some point in the night, I want to try and like find Ilmay, but like separate it from other people.
Okay, that's not a problem.
So like a time.
Yeah. There's absolutely a time where you could find her like on the quarterdeck, just sort of looking at the waves that the ship is making as it travels.
So yeah, I'm just gonna try and like get near her, but copy. It was really conspicuous. So I have what you need for your thing, and I'm gonna hand her a small little bunched up cloth. Like, here's the cloak. I haven't tested it yet. Do not put the hood up in front of anybody. You're gonna want to make sure that you're away from people when you activate this. But it's gonna make you harder to see.
Ooh. Thank you. I shall take it. And anything else before I run off and try this out?
After you're done, please give it back.
Okay.
I mean, not for any reason in particular. It's just a lot of magic. A lot.
How do you?
Oh,
So you made
I have
this?
something else I want to do before.
Yeah, it's magic.
Yeah, I don't understand magic, so
Yeah. Just don't
Thanks.
ask questions. Give it back. Be safe. Don't get us killed.
All right, I'm running off and try this out.
And you do see
Tonight.
Omei.
And-
It is not what you would expect from a magic cloak. If anything, it just looks like a normal cloak that looks like Alexios has like sewn some runes into. It is very much like a make your own magic item. It is not refined by any means. It is very much a rough draft, a version that might fall apart at any moment. But for now, I mean, it seems to hold its form.
All right, try this out tonight. I was planning on doing some breaking and entering. So
Good luck.
All
I'm
right.
gonna slide off.
Random questions. Because ADHD is bouncing off the wall.
Sure.
This isn't like a fishing ship, but do they ever fish on this ship?
Yeah, there's almost always like a couple people fishing off the ship. That's how Dewdrop makes most of his dishes, is by having fish.
What do they do with all the
So I
seaweed?
could call fish to us. I feel like that would be evil, though. I'm just like, come
Maybe.
here, friends.
Maybe. Yeah.
My thought of mind was like, what if I made a flower crown? And then I was like, I don't have any flowers, but if I had some seaweed, and then I was like, where would I even get seaweed? And then I was like, do they fish here? And that is where these questions come from. My
Got
other
it.
question was, is Ilme's like little thieves tools something that we could like mend if she was constantly breaking them?
Sure, but like a mending spell? Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, heard. Just gonna
Yeah.
go back to being Adagio over there.
All right,
again,
Ryuji,
the
you had a-
non-magical person does not think of magical needs.
Right.
It was
to
like
fix
it
things.
was like the first thing that popped into my head as soon as you broke it, and I was nowhere near you, nor would I ever know that you broke them. So I was like, this is nothing I
Yeah.
could do with this other than have the information.
Ryuji, you had another thing you wanted to do?
Yeah, I wanted to find Anura.
Sure. Yeah, not a problem. You find Anura as they're just sort of like staring up at the stars as the sun sets.
I'll just plop down next to him and say, I am so sorry. I didn't know you were on the other side of the door. I mean, I kind of thought, but then I got shot, and I was just like, okay, well, what the hell? So,
Okay, man, it's fine.
so sorry.
Fine. It
I
wasn't
will
on
Eldritch
purpose. It
blast
was-
myself right now into the
No,
wall.
it's fine. No, please don't. Please don't. I don't have any. I don't have any third level spells for healing.
Just say the word.
Please don't. It's fine. It is perfectly fine. You didn't know I was there.
There was the word. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you didn't know I was there, man. It's fine. You didn't mean to.
Can I just like awkward side hug? Just like, I'm so sorry.
As soon as he does that, can I like before he lets go elbow him in the ribs and be like, "That's all the revenge I need."
You just feel this sharp elbow.
I put on a brave face, but it actually hurt a lot.
Yeah, but no, it's good, man. You didn't mean to. It's okay.
All right.
Before I go find Traeia, can I also go find Alexios?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that Alexios, you give your little thing to Ilme, and as you're walking away, Anura comes and approaches you.
Yeah, so this is the thing we talked about that I wanted to do, Sammy. So Alexios, since you're like good with designing things and stuff, I want to figure out a way to do like binding for my chest. I don't know how to word this in ancient Greece.
Binding for your chest. Yeah.
That's how we're going with.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not like a forging
armor?
thing. Not. Oh my god, am I gonna have to explain this?
I don't know.
Not armor, no. So I mean,
Okay,
we've been through
so
it
cosmetic?
before. Yeah, it's because we've been through it before. Everybody in the party knows the North non-binary.
Yeah.
So I don't really identify as male or female, and as such, I don't like my chest, and I want to figure out a way to flatten it without hurting myself.
Oh, okay.
It's not really
Okay.
forging, but you're good at designing things, and I have no clue how to do it.
I mean, do you want armor anyway?
I
Like, I know you don't wear that typically, but I could do both. I can do both.
I'm gonna because I know that the armor I have was probably given to me by the sister, so I'm probably not gonna want to get rid of it. So no, I'd rather keep the armor. I like being able to move like I can in the armor I have. I just am
Okay,
bad at designing things, and I don't want to hurt myself trying to do it.
okay, I can do that. I can do that. You sure you don't want armor?
I'm sure I don't want armor. I might take you up
Fair,
on
fair.
that at a later time. I just don't right now.
I have organic options. Bullet hide.
Oh,
You still have
Nice.
Minotaur hide. It's already
That'd be
part
cool.
of me.
True. But yeah, I can do that. I can have it drawn up by the day after tomorrow. I want to do something tonight.
That's fine. I knew I needed to like ask you about it because I haven't yet, and I don't know how to do things. So
We'll do.
All right.
We'll do.
Alexios, you head to the bunks in the hold and begin sketching. Do you have anything else you want to do, Alexios?
Do you think they would take offense to me looking at the cannons closer?
No, not at all.
Okay, can I try to draw up some sort of how the mechanism would work for cannons, like try to figure it out myself? I don't think
Absolutely,
my
yeah. You could
master
essentially
taught.
try to like reverse engineer the cannon.
That's the word.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Okay. Plus my intelligence,
That's right.
18.
Okay. So I mean, like, you've heard your old master talk about his invention before, like not really in detail about the mechanics of it, but you understand the basic premise of the machine. And looking at it now, you see where to put this black powder that seems to have some sort of chemical reaction when it gets lit on fire. You see the ball itself it's very uninteresting. It's just a heavy ass ball. But the specific dimensions of the cannon, the way it's sort of funneled in order to get sort of maximum speed and distance, you understand it, and you understand it enough to know that, like, sure, it might be easy to understand now as when you're looking at one, but to actually get to this point, it's a genius stroke. But that being said, now that it exists, it seems like it makes pretty good sense to you.
All right.
All right,
It's great. Then I'll start drawing up the rats.
you got it. Anura, you head to the officer's door that you know is the female officer's room, and you knock on the door. Sana opens it. Yes, can I help you?
yeah, I was looking for Traeia.
It is all yours. And she steps outside. You walk in and you see this room is not very decorated, but you can sort of see the different styles of the different women who live here. Sana's area is very neat, very tidy. Traea's area, very much not so. She's very messy. You can see sort of like the wood around her bed has carvings and chippings on it, like she's when she's bored, she sort of like carves into the bed. You can see on the ceiling of like right where she lays her head to sleep, she's carved some constellations in the ceiling. And she's just sitting there on her bed, lying there looking up at those constellations, arms crossed.
Um, I wanted to say thank you for earlier because I don't know if I would have survived without you there.
That's nice, but you were doing fine.
Do you want to go, I don't know, take your mind off of things, go stargaze for a little bit? Just talk.
I am grounded, but I'd love to, but I can't.
What do you mean you're grounded? Like you can't even go up to the ship?
Not until the morning. Not until my duties start again.
Can I cast enlarge or reduce on a person?
Sure, if they're willing.
What? Okay, so can I, in theory, shrink Traeia and sneak her up top?
You certainly could. Yeah.
Yeah, so
It's like Adventure Time with Jake and Finn's pocket.
so I know you're probably like lucky to not get in trouble if you can help it, but if you do want to like just go up for a little bit, I can try and sneak you up top. I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
You can sneak me up top. On the
I can
same
try.
ship as Anemios, Cassandra, and Sana. You can sneak me up top.
I can try.
Alright, fuck it,
And
try.
you can blame me. You can blame me if anything happens. Just say that I needed help trying to figure out like a course I was setting or
Oh,
something.
I will absolutely be blaming you. I thought that was just a sin.
I'm fine with that. That is fine. Okay. So I'm gonna ask her, do you want me to try sneaking you up by making you shorter or another way? Like making you smaller, like sneak you under my cloak, or another way?
Do you have another way?
Do I? What? I can't find password without a trace. I don't remember what level it is. I'm just scrolling through my spells aimlessly until I remember. Because I keep forgetting and I know I'm scrolling past it and just missing it. As I'm an idiot. Oh, it is second level. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I can cast Pass Without a Trace and we can try and sneak up. I can also. That's about all I can do. Let's figure
Yeah,
out.
let's do it. Fuck it.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace then.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
God, I'm rolling so fucking bad.
Mine is a 30, but I'll add a d6 to Traya's.
Oh, go ahead.
Add 5 to hers.
Okay, that brings her to a 20.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be like, follow behind me, but like let me take the lead so if anyone sees me, it'll be me.
Got it. She comes up with you. And you do see as you guys get to the top deck. This is the first time you're seeing Traeia without her leather armor on. Just wearing sort of like an off-white flowy blouse and her leather trousers. Somehow she seems more childlike without her armor. You almost forget that she's 16, and she really looks, in terms of like stature, looks more like 13 or 14.
I mean, we count 60-year-olds as kids. We keep calling Ilme kids, so.
That's true, yeah. You do manage to get up onto the deck without being spotted.
Do I see anywhere that we could just sit and talk and like gaze at the stars without being spotted easily?
I mean, it depends on where you're trying to not be spotted from. You can go to the forecastle, which is sort of away from everyone at the front of the ship, but whoever's up in the crow's nest is definitely going to see you.
Who's in the crow's nest? Do I know?
You know Sana wasn't 3 seconds ago, so probably just some random crewmate.
Okay, then I'm going to walk where they can't see Traeia and like just block her the whole time.
Okay.
And then I did not prepare that spell, did I? I was going to cast the one where I get like the little Fae. I was going to cast Summon Fae, but I don't have the stuff,
okay.
and I don't have it on me. Okay. So I'm just let's just go somewhere where I can like kind of block her from sight if need be, and I'm gonna tell her if it comes to it, I will cast Reduce on you and hide you like in my cloak, like piggyback style.
She just sort of steps forward and leans up against the central mast where the crow's nest is, and just sort of sits with the mast on her back. It's a blind spot. Come on, sit.
Okay, then I'm gonna sit.
Thanks. You didn't have to. Thanks.
Hey, it was partially my fault you got in trouble. I might as well do what I can to help, you know.
I'm grateful for the life that I have. But you guys, you just get to go wherever the hell you want and do whatever you want. And it's just so much freedom.
There's a lot of freedom, but there's also not a lot of freedom at the same time.
What do you mean?
You don't get to make the decisions of what you do sometimes. When
Well,
we
I don't
were
get
in
to make
Delphi,
decisions of what I do any of the time.
that's true. When we were in Delphi, we got called by the Oracle to undergo the gauntlet, and we had no choice in whether or not we went through the gauntlet, and I died in the gauntlet. So
What?
it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Yeah,
You-
so when she says that, I'm going to, because the Minotaur pierced me like on like the stomach, right? That's where it
Yeah,
was,
like
correct? That's
right,
where the
sort
Minotaur
of
hide
like
is.
right under the rib cage.
Yeah, so I'm going to pull up my armor to where you can see it because that's where the Minotaur hide is from when that was the offering
Mhm.
for bringing me back.
She
And
sees the
I'm
sort
going to
of
pull up
the
where you can see
thick
that.
skin right there.
Yeah, I died in the gauntlet, and technically I was supposed to stay dead, but they were all willing to lie to the archpriest, to Apollo, and they had to bring me back. And I had the option to rest, and I sometimes think I should have taken it.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's not all rainbows and sunshines, and I know Anemias is probably overbearing about a lot of things. I don't know the relationship there. I'm not going to pry. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. I get having weird relationships with people. It fucking sucks, but it happens. He's just trying to protect you at the end of the day, I know. And I know you don't want to hear that because it always sucks when that happens. But sometimes you got to be thankful for having that because sometimes people don't give a shit and do anything to get rid of you.
Well, you showed me yours. You were asking about my birthmark. She just sort of lifts up her blouse. And you notice that the same movement as when she almost did this with Ryujin. And it seemed almost flirtatious with Ryujin, but with you it just seems matter of fact. And she pulls it up to just under her ribcage, right on her right side, where you saw that sort of stretched almost tattoo in her dolphin form. But here you see it plain and clear. A cresting wave.
Oh my
into her
god.
skin.
Holy shit! Okay, I didn't say that in the game, of course. I mean, like, the things make a little more sense about like why you want to talk to Ryujin right now.
I've just never met anyone like me before.
If I could trade lives with you so you could have met more, I would. I know that doesn't mean much, but still something.
I mean, the fact that there's two others on this ship. One is my half brother.
I'm not gonna say anything this time. I'm gonna be smart. Do I know where Ryujin is right now?
You don't see him. You assume he's probably in the hold.
Can I? I'm gonna be like, hold on, let me go see if I can find him real quick. Just stay hidden, okay?
Okay.
Can I go try and find Ryujin then?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Alright. 17.
17. As you sort of stand up to go below decks, you see the faint form of a pink illusion at the front of the ship.
Can I yell, hey Ryujin, we gotta talk.
Ryujin, you hear Anura.
I know. I'm sorry. You can elbow me in the
Alright,
ribs again if you want.
Just come on, let's go talk. I got a little stargazing spot I'm sitting at. Let's go talk.
Okay. I keep up the illusions though, but it's slowly like going through memory of like each place I passed and landmarks that I remember on my way to the pit.
Sure.
Alright, as soon as we get back over to Traeia, I'm gonna start trying be like, alright, start stealthing, dumbass.
Do what?
Start stealthing, don't get us caught.
Yeah, the illusions like get small. Just kidding.
They stop. Please.
Okay, they stop. I'll put the lyre away. What the hell? Is that dust or? Yeah. Okay. What's up?
I'm guessing we've rounded like the corner to where Traeia
Yeah,
is right now, right?
you're in front of Traeia.
I know you've wanted to talk to him, and Anemios has been keeping you from doing that. So while I'm trying to help you stay stealthy and not get caught while you're supposed to be below deck, I thought I'd bring him over here so you could talk to him at least.
I'm really not supposed to.
There's a lot of things you're not supposed to do, including jumping overboard with me today. And you've got to make your choices where you can make them. I know you don't have that much freedom as you want to, but make the choices when you can make them. I will take the fall for anything. I don't care. You deserve to have something.
She just sort of looks at you, Regent, for a while. And then, hold on. Okay. She's gonna mutter some words to herself, and this 5-foot thick wall of water just emerges in front of her. And she just steps into it, and she ushers you to step into it as well.
Okay. I step into it.
You step in, and you are completely engulfed in this water. And she just looks at you. Hi.
Hello.
I'm your sister.
What?
She shows you the mark.
Just like a quick double take. It's like.
I'd like to point out, neither of us noticed earlier she was talking in the water.
Yep.
Neither of us caught that. None of us caught that.
I'm sorry if it's been sort of weird. You clearly have such a stronger, a closer relationship with our father than I have ever had. I want to learn from you.
Just like full on, no words are spoken, but just like bear hug.
It's real wet. She resists for a moment, and then she just sort of.
I don't even know what to say. This is.
You can't tell Anemios that I told you.
I won't. I promise. But what? Who's your mom? Where were you? What? I want to know everything.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Anemios brought me onto this ship when I was a baby. This is the only life I've ever known.
Man, this is nuts. This is crazy.
Yeah, I never thought that I would meet someone like you.
Wait, how? Okay. How old are you?
I'm 16.
I'm 21. So that's nuts. 5 years after I was born, father said, "You know what? Let's do it again."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about who my mother was. Anemios says that he knew her and that when I come of age, he'll tell me all about her, but that he won't say anything until then.
Why?
Why
would that be a secret? I feel like that's just.
Sometimes I like to think that maybe she was like a crazy sea monster that mated with Poseidon, and that he's gonna tell me who she was, and it'll be my destiny to like destroy her. And then other times I think that maybe she was a princess in a far off land, and that I'm actually like heir to a throne. Definitely one of the two.
Well, that would be a much better story than mine.
What are you talking about? He actually gives you power. He doesn't give me anything.
Do you know what? Okay. Do you know why I have this power?
No.
Because I was weak and he pitied me. Someone tried to drown me without knowing who I was. And he appeared and saved me from basically getting slaughtered. And now I go around and try to defend his honor, I suppose, and strike down anyone who would, you know, do wrong against Poseidon, I suppose. It's kind of complicated, but
I've been on this ship for 16 years. In that time, we have been attacked by pirates. There have been fires. There have been crazy storms. I've been in real danger. And you know how many times he's come and saved me? None. You're lucky.
maybe it
He
has
sees
something
something
to
in
do
you.
with the ship. You know?
What do you? We're not really a cursed ship. At least I
Well,
don't think so.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Why?
All right, just between you and me, honest to gods.
I just have to point out at this point. So Anura, all you're hearing is.
I can see if like there's anyone coming real quick.
Nope.
I can't?
I mean, no. Sorry, you can. There's no one coming.
Oh.
Sorry, continue.
I hold out my pinky for a pinky promise. And
I don't know what we're pinky promising. Actually, pinky promising.
What I'm about to say, just keep your mouth shut, keep it to yourself. You understand?
Hey, your secret, my secret.
Okay. This ship wasn't always as I recently found out, the Tromokratis.
Okay. What was it?
This used to be my mother's ship. I was conceived on this ship 21 years ago.
That's real gross. Wait, where?
I don't know. I never found out that information. I assume maybe the captain's quarters. That just makes sense, you know.
Ew.
But no,
But that means he was here. He was on this ship.
21 years ago. Yeah. Well, give or take 9 months.
Wow. That's a weird coincidence. You were conceived here. I was brought here after I was born.
I don't know. Something feels off about it because I don't know. Maybe it could be Poseidon doesn't like to go to the same place twice, or the namesake of the ship, or maybe it is cursed. You know, there's some pretty strange stories about what happened after my mom left it. But
yeah, I mean, Cassandra told me about how she found the ship.
Yeah. So it could be one of those things. It could be a mixture of all of them, and you know, maybe there's something that Anemios is keeping from you that is really important and would explain. I don't know, but
there's gotta be. I see him and Cassandra talking every once in a while, and it's been getting more and more frequent as I've been getting older. I think whatever Anemios isn't telling me, Cassandra knows it. I just don't know what it is. I don't know how it could possibly be a big deal.
I don't know. I mean, I wish I knew or I could help you in some way, but I genuinely have no idea. I mean, I always knew who, my father was and who my mother was. And when I was young, I was separated from my mom, lived, a not so luxurious life for a while, and eventually I made, well, I don't think it was a mistake, but someone else did. And Poseidon, to my surprise, came and slayed those who tried to drown one of his children who breathes underwater. That was kind of funny to me, but they didn't know
Yeah,
that.
like you weren't even really in danger.
Yeah, no, like I mean, well, they probably would have figured it out and like stabbed me
Oh, I guess
a
that's
bunch.
true.
But I don't know. Well, I guess not always, but most of my lineage and like history I've known about since I was young. I mean, obviously there's stuff that I'm still finding out because I was just a wee lad when I was separated from my parent. But it's strange. There's nothing that I can think that would be a good enough reason for Anemios to keep that type of information from you. I mean, that's the one paternal link that you really have.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit well with me.
I don't know. He's a worrier. That's who he's been my entire life. And he's especially worried with you guys on board.
Yeah, this many of us in one place probably draws a bit of attention.
A bit of attention, and he heard this story, this legend from one of the other clerics when he was training to be a priest. He learned about the Oracle, which apparently I just found out you guys have met.
Once, yeah. Very briefly.
That's fucking cool,
Not-
but whatever. There's this legend about the Oracle's first prophecy. And Anemios believes it. A lot of the people aren't sure if it's true, but
What was
Anemios
it?
believes it. And I don't know the specifics, but it essentially is about the end of days. And it talks about children of all the gods coming together. And on that day, the reign of the gods as we know it ends. So it's not just that demigods altogether bring a lot of attention, it's that they can bring the attention of the gods. If they see too many demigods together, they could see it as a threat.
20?
20.
Oh, too many. I
Yeah,
thought you
too
said
many.
20.
No.
Gotcha, my bad. I was like,
But-
that's an awfully specific
But
number.
there's a lot of debate about the prophecy because it doesn't actually make any sense because it specifically says 14 of the demigods, like of all of the major gods, but Artemis doesn't have children, and Hera rarely has children, so it's essentially impossible to do. That being said, that doesn't stop Anemius from worrying about it, and when he found out that there was another demigod on board, you, me, and Adagio, he's been a bit high-strung ever since.
Yep.
There's a lot that he doesn't tell me. But I've known him my entire life, and I can read him like a book. He likes you guys. But if anything were to happen because of all of us being on the ship at the same time, he wouldn't hesitate to sacrifice you guys to keep me safe.
That's understandable. I respect that.
We should go. I'm sure Anura's very confused as to what we're talking about in here. And she drops the water. Anura, your feet get soaking wet.
If you ever have any
It's
questions,
fine. I'm having
or-
a mental crisis over what I just heard. So
if you ever have
Anura
any
didn't hear
questions,
shit.
Anna's having the mental crisis, and then it's bleeding over.
if you ever have any questions or need advice, or just want to talk, I'm here. My ears are open. I can't believe this. This is God, there's so many questions I have. I want to know everything, but the information
I
isn't
know
available.
almost nothing, but I'm an open book. I should go before Sana comes back to the room and sees that I'm gone. But
Okay.
she turns to Anura. thank you for getting me out, and thank you for our adventure.
Wait, did I see where the radiant
Yeah,
brand was?
I'll-
The cresting wave?
Yeah, she showed you.
Where is it? It's on her
It's
side?
right under. It's on her right side, right under her rib cage.
Oh, okay.
I'll help her get back to the room without getting noticed.
You got it.
Before she leaves, I'm like, also,
Yeah.
you got lucky with one aspect that I didn't.
What's that?
I lift up the eye patch. Your brand is very easy to conceal.
Oh God. Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Single tear. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Ryujin and go like, high five, you can't hide the shit either.
All right. So you guys all head to wherever you're gonna respectively find yourselves to sleep for the evening. You all settle in.
I curl up in
allow-
the sails.
And you allow sleep to take you.
Oh shit!
Wait, I'm gonna be.
I forgot.
Yeah.
No!
You did forget.
Damn it.
Ilme, we'll get to you what you want to do after the break.
Okay.
Fuck.
Go for it.
So we're gonna be back in a few minutes here, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. I am so grateful for everyone who's watching tonight. Thank you so much. We'll be back in like 10-15 minutes, so go take your water break, take your pee break, and we'll be right back. See you soon. And we are back. Welcome back. I think I fixed the music. You guys in chat, let me know if I did. Sorry about that. Welcome back. Again, I'm so grateful to have so many people watching right now. If you are new, welcome. If you're liking the show so far, our entire archive of episodes is available on our YouTube channel. You can link to that on our Twitch page. And subscribe to us there, subscribe to us here. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you. Okay. Back to the story. Ilme, as night falls, what did you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna try out this cloak.
Okay. You put it on. You spend about an hour just sort of getting yourself used to it, understanding it, feeling how it feels on your body. And you feel okay. You can add the Cloak of Elvenkind to your inventory, and you can attune to it.
Nice. What does this do?
While you wear the cloak with the hood up, perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on stealth checks made to hide. But
Nice.
pulling
Oh,
the
just
hood,
to hide though, so not just like sneaking around or
Well,
or just in general?
Yeah, it's if you want to hide, it essentially helps you camouflage.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
putting the
This is cool.
hood up or down requires an action.
Okay, well, hood is going up right now before I leave.
You got it.
All right, I am going to sneak up onto the deck.
Okay, go ahead and make a
Stealthily.
stealth check.
Oh shoot, that was. Oh, got a natural 20. Makes it 30.
Woo! Yeah, you feel stealthy as fuck, especially in this new cloak. It's like you're giving yourself your own theme music as you're going. You're like, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you feel stealthy as hell.
This is awesome. I'm in love with this. I'm going to have to do something for Alexios. Okay. So I'm up on deck. I want to look around, make sure. Try to spot, see if I see anybody. Keep away from
there
them.
is a crew member just manning the wheel right now, and you assume there's probably someone up in the crow's nest, but otherwise the deck is fairly chill.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way over to the captain's quarters and try this again with my luck picks that I got.
Okay, go ahead and make a thieves' tools check.
Oh wait, I want to first check for traps.
Go ahead and check for traps. Investigation check.
It is 22.
22. You don't see any traps.
All right, now I'm gonna first try to open the door, see if it's just unlocked. never know.
It is definitely locked.
Okay. And I will try and use my thieves tools.
Okay,
then.
as you put the thieves tools in, you feel the bit of thieves tool that you had left in there, so it's going to be a bit more challenging.
Well, I got a natural 7, which makes it a 17.
You don't break anything, but this lock is not budging. You think it may be because of that extra bit of lockpick that's stuck in there. It's just not budging.
Oh my gosh, every time. I'm getting frustrated at this door. Okay.
You do hear light snoring from Cassandra inside.
I'm so annoyed. What else can I do? Nobody has, like... Not that I know. Okay. Well, third time's a charm for some other day. Put it away for now.
You got it.
Very frustrated.
It does not want you to come in.
No! I'm getting so mad!
Alright.
When we wake up, I want to talk to Alexios again, though.
Sure.
In the morning.
Yeah. Alright.
I think the music on Owlbear's lagging my stream.
Is it?
For me, you guys are lagging a bit, but I'm connected to the LAN cable and it was fine when the music wasn't going.
Is it happening to anyone else?
No.
I also have a
think it's
really
you.
crappy laptop.
that might not be helping. Can you still hear us okay?
Yeah, it's just like every now and then you'll all stop and then I'll get like 10 seconds of what you said in like a half a second.
Gotcha. Well, if you need us to repeat anything, just let us know, okay?
Okay.
So, you all find sleep. Ryujin, you notice too late, as you fall asleep, that you forgot to ask Anemios for another sleeping potion.
Can my final like thoughts before unconsciousness just be like, son of a bitch?
Yeah, son of a... And you're out. You wake up standing on a sandy beach. There's a sword in your hand. It's unfamiliar to you, but in your dream mind, it feels like an extension of your arm. And you're standing, and before you is a kneeling man with gray hair that is curly and wet from sea water and salt. Head down, kneeling in front of you, shaking, dripping. Please. I'm sorry. Please. I'll do anything. Please, just don't do this. You feel the sword in your hand. What do you do?
Oh, I was just gonna like, with the flat of the sword, kind of like put it under his chin and like lift up his face so I can see who it is.
You see, he looks like he's probably in his late 50s, but his skin is leathered and wrinkled like he's spent many a day at sea. He's got a thick, bushy, mostly salt and pepper beard, but it's a face you don't know. He's got these striking blue eyes. Please, Ryujin. You don't have to do this. I was wrong. I should have been better to you. I know that now. Please. This is all I know. And my life is in your hands now, and I just say, please, mercy. What do you do?
Give me 1 second.
Let me consult my therapist.
1, 2, or 3.
3.
Oh. Okay. So I have like full control in this moment,
Yeah.
and I can kind of guesstimate who this is.
It's up to you.
And that's all the context I get. There's just this dude on the beach. I have a sword in my hand that feels very familiar, or like an extension of my person.
Mm-hmm.
But what motive is there to harm this individual? Because Ryujin's a dumbass. I, as Gavin, know who this is. Ryujin, maybe
I
not.
would say Dream Ryujin has some sort of understanding of what's happening.
What is happening? Like, okay. I guess I'll like shakily raise the sword a bit.
Please. Please, I'm sorry. I should have been there every time you called. I shouldn't have strayed from your mother. I should have been at your side at all times. I should have given you the power I gave your brother. Please. I should not have been so distant. The ocean was my love, but I was wrong. It is you. You are the only thing that matters anymore. Please. Do you want the sea? I can give you the sea. Whatever you want the elemental plane. The entire water plane is yours. I will crawl into a cave and be gone forever. Just please. Please don't do this.
Okay. So I'm gonna just like, while the sword's in my hand, just kind of like flip it, like in the handle, so it's like stabby side down.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna stab. I'm gonna throw it into the sand next to my foot and say, "Please," as if the god of the ocean would grovel at my feet. Enough of this nonsense. Show yourself.
You hear a voice behind you. It is real. It just hasn't happened yet. But if you come with me, we can bring them all to their knees. We can make sure that this choice becomes reality. The gods only have power if we give it to them. And if we take it away, it is we. The man in front of you just keeps shaking.
You've been fighting, like, well, hypothetically, let's say I heard out this offer of yours, all right? You've been fighting with my father for, what, eons, however long. And you have yet to defeat him and regain what was not even really once yours. I feel like I have enough knowledge of the ocean to like know the history of Tromokratis, right? You were a pet to a titan. You're not a god. You're a primordial being who was leashed long ago. What power do you have to offer that triumphs over the power of a god?
Think of it like this, child. I am but a pet of a titan. And yet, I can be the arch nemesis of one of the greatest gods of Olympus. If I am such a terrible foe for a god, what could possibly happen when my master is reborn? Oceanus is coming. All the Titans are coming. If I can take on a god myself, be on the right side, the winning side. You know what side that is.
How would one demigod affect this grand scheme of yours? How does my decision on what this is, which, by the way, I still don't even fully understand, like, why you're offering me anything. You know,
You hear this voice continue, but it seems to come from behind you and then off to the side, and you see that there is an actual form speaking to you. He's wearing a beautiful white toga, and you see these long curls of black hair descending past his shoulders. And he just comes and he steps behind who you take to be Poseidon, as this kneeling, whimpering form of the god is between you and him. He just looks down at the god. Because these gods are small-minded creatures, I have lived longer than any of them. Poseidon has faults. He is a moody man, a jealous man, a territorial man. He likes sowing his seed because he likes knowing that bits of him are all across Gaia. But he does not care for you. That is, until he has a reason to. He saved your life once. Except he didn't, did he? You are in no danger of drowning.
what are you talking about?
He did not interfere that day because you were in danger. He interfered because those men who were attacking you were taking something that was his. You are a possession to him. You are a thing. You are a pet on a leash. With me, you would be far more. You would be truly important. Not one demigod in a crowd of spawn. One demigod above them all. The one who stood up and said, whatever Poseidon was giving you is not enough. Your birthright is the sea. And only I can give that to you. When Oceanus returns, and we rid ourselves of the usurper once and for all, we will have the seas of Gaia and the plain of water. We only need one. The other can be your domain. You can rule the seas. Not by his rules, not by our rules, by your rules. You don't need a god. All you need is opportunity. You see, he picks up the sword from the sand. consider my offer. You know where to find me. Everywhere. And he slices Poseidon's head. You see water pour from his neck as you wake up. Sweat pouring from your body.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get out of the hammock. What time is it, roughly?
Middle of the night.
Okay, I'm getting out of the hammock, going to the front of the ship again.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, scratch that. I'm gonna go up to the crow's nest.
Okay. There's a crewmate there that you've seen around the ship. Oh, hello. Can I help you?
Just need some fresh air.
You alright? Just don't try any funny business, yeah?
No funny business here. Just fresh
There's
air.
close quarters here, yeah?
I understand.
Alright. I'm watching you.
You can watch me all you like. I'm not gonna do anything.
Alright. So, you stay there, in and out of restless slumber, until the sun rises. And you all wake up, you can take a long rest, prepare your spells if you prepare spells on a daily basis, Cosmic Omen, all that daily shite. And if someone would like to roll a d20 for me. Who hasn't done it yet?
I don't think Hannah has.
I think it's
Or
me
have
and
I rolled?
Elizabeth are the only two who haven't, right?
Oh, I've rolled. I rolled
You
the
have?
last time.
Alright, Anna, you roll.
Is it just me then?
This is only day 4,
Uh,
so one of you shouldn't have rolled already.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think I rolled on like the first day, didn't I? Something
Probably.
like that. I don't know.
4.
4. Ooh, that's exciting.
Oh no.
We're gonna die. You've still
Sorry,
been
guys.
great.
Sorry. You let the person who constantly is on death's door roll.
Anna, can you roll me another one, please?
Oh, that's even scary. Ow! I just dropped my foot on my foot. A 5.
Okay, Anura dies. Okay.
R.I.P. Hey, I found out my backstory.
Alright. So, as
Hey,
you
look on the bright
wake
side.
and you all have your breakfast and come up to the top deck, you expect to see another beautiful day at sea, but instead you are surrounded in a very heavy fog. You have extremely low visibility, and it almost feels like you are sailing in a sea of gray.
I totally have the hood up, and I want to be like a wraith and scare Alexios as I go up to him.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Does it really matter?
23.
My perception is
23. He has no idea you're there.
Okay. I'm just gonna get up close, right behind him, and just be with like right up to his ear, and be like, "Hey, dude,
horrible.
hey, this cloak is pretty good."
Yeah, it is. So is anybody around?
Yeah, like everyone's sort of coming up to the top deck, starting their days. Yeah, there's a bunch of people around.
I'll grab
Is-
him and try and find some place where there's not as many people. Look around.
Oh. So did everything go okay? Did anybody see you? Did it work? Did it feel comfortable? Did it
It was good. The stealthing was good, but I'm having troubles with the lock picking, and I wanted to know if there's any way you could think of creating some kind of tool that will help me in picking locks. I usually don't have this problem, but for some reason, this freaking lock.
I swear, this never happens.
hates-
Said. Sorry, I had to say it.
So
18-year-old boy.
I mean, if I can stay, shoot, Okay, so out of game, how can I flavor like me using Flash of Genius while she's around? If you bring me up deck with you while you try to lockpick, I could probably like, steer you in the right direction slightly.
Yeah, but how good are you at sneaking around?
That
I wouldn't have to sneak if I'm just above deck, you see. Because I'd just be one, and it'd probably work out better for you because I'd be like a random guy on deck, not doing anything inconspicuous. Meanwhile, there's like a murder ninja doing, you know.
Okay. Also, I got a piece of lockpick stuck in a lock. How do you think I could get that out of there? Because that's one problem.
Maybe I look left and right like somebody's around, and I say, maybe you should try to get the piece of lockpick out before you lockpick next time. It might make it easier.
How would I go about getting the lockpick out?
You probably have some like
You
pliers
use
in
the
your booth pool.
lockpick
Yeah.
that you
Okay.
have, and you like get it. That's what I do.
you hope for the best.
Oh, you got
Okay.
this. Just let me know. I don't know. I could pretend I'm shining Forge and while you sneak in.
Okay, well, we're going to try this tonight then.
At this point, Cassandra
Okay.
comes forward. Anura! Ilme! Ryujin. You see this fog, yes?
Yes.
Today will be your
Yes.
first lesson in dealing with emergencies. You all report to your stations. We are going to get through this fog, whether it kills us or not, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Go.
Why is it just us who get?
So,
I noticed you didn't say Alexio.
Yeah, you just say Alexis or Dacio.
So, this is our first emergency. Emergencies at sea. So, it's essentially a skill challenge. So, with
Oh,
each
God.
different type of emergency, there are a different number and specific officers that can make checks to see how disastrous or not disastrous an emergency is. You happen to roll for a really tough one, so it's a high DC to essentially navigate through this fog. So what's going to happen is the captain will make a check to see how well they can steer through the fog. The quartermaster will make a check to see how well they can navigate through the fog, and the scout will make a check to see how well they can see through the fog and help them out. So essentially, it's those three that are helping the ship move through this super heavy fog.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay,
Makes
okay.
sense.
And for the fun of it, I'll say you guys can roll these
Oh,
instead
God.
of the actual officers, because that's not nearly as fun.
All right, ready to die, guys? Are you
So,
ready
if
to
we
die
sink
in the
this
fog?
ship-
So the way that it works, essentially, so it's those three people, as well as I roll for, like, the crew as a whole. And if you have a total success, meaning all four of you succeed, something happens. If you have a majority succeed, something happens. If you have majority failure, something happens. If you have all of you failure, something happens. Yeah?
All of us
Yeah.
fail. We hit an iceberg. Titanic number 2.
There you go.
Hey, we're already gonna have that anyway when the replica Titanic goes down that path. So
No, we melted all the icebergs. You know.
So, Regin, describe to me how you help Cassandra steer this ship through this heavy fog.
How does one help a predominantly independent captain? Well,
answer. You just shut up and listen.
yeah.
You
I
do this,
just, like,
okay.
whatever she tells me to do, I'm gonna do it efficiently, and that's the whole plan.
Okay. Go ahead and make an intelligence check with water vehicles proficiency.
What the fuck? Okay.
That's what the check is.
Wait. Okay.
Oh, I never rolled it.
You said an intelligence check?
plus water proficiency.
Can I give him guidance? So can I,
what's
pat him
that?
on the
Is
shoulder?
that
No,
just my
you are busy
proficiency,
with
or
Traeia on the other side of the ship.
Oh shit.
is that just my proficiency?
Yeah, just
or-
proficiency. Yeah.
Okay. 14? Is that gonna be okay?
Okay. Anura, you're with Traeia,
Yes.
trying to
failed.
navigate by the stars, but there's no stars. Trying to navigate by the sun, but there's no sun. How do you do it?
Okay. Can I see? Aren't there like still some of the stars on my arm that reflect where we're at
Ish,
a little bit?
maybe.
Ish. That gives us something, right?
Sure. So with
we can,
Traea's star map, you just sort of like put your arm forward, and you guys try your best to sort of try to figure out what the star looks like, and then maybe what constellation it is correlated to.
Can we see? So like we know that Phaeton's star always stands, or not Phaeton's, but the other one,
Laethus.
King Laethus. Yeah, he always stands out on my arm. Can we find that one specifically on the star map, and then figure out where that is on comparison to my mark?
Yeah, I'll say we'll see how well you can. Go ahead and make a nature check for me.
Oh hell no, God! I didn't actually take proficiency in nature. I'm a druid without proficiency in nature.
Yikes.
17.
17.
Try my best.
Ilmay, you're up in the crow's nest with Sana, and you can't even see the deck below you. It's like you and Sana are alone in the universe of Grey. What are you doing to help navigate?
First off, what is Sana again? Like, what's her class?
She's an elf rogue.
Okay, so she's the same as me. I was like, any kind of magic, gust of wind.
No. I mean, she's a different subclass than you, but no magic.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, well, turned around and be like, I am magical. The best I could do is just try to see through this with the eyeglass.
Let's
That's
hope.
all I got.
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Do I get advantage with this spyglass or not because of the fog?
I would say that would equal it out because it would have been disadvantage.
Hmm.
So it equals out to just
Okay.
a straight roll.
Natural one.
And then the crew score as they try to help as best they can. Okay. So, you all try your hardest. None of you have done anything like this before. And this fog, it's not like a little misty. It is like fog completely around you. You wouldn't know if there were a ship 10 feet away from you. There is nothing. And you're quickly floundering here. So, can I have Alexios or Adagio, one of you, roll me a d8, please?
God.
Go ahead, you go.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I don't know what that was supposed to be, but hopefully it's
You all
good.
die. Okay. The fog persists for most of the day. It is by far the hardest you have worked since you've been on this ship. And you can't even tell if you're making progress. You can't tell really how fast the ship is going. You have no idea what's happening. But around sunset, the fog does begin to lift slightly. And by evening, you can finally see the stars again. Anura, go ahead and make a nature check.
Oh God. 21.
The stars are all in the wrong place.
Oh God.
It's a starry night you recognize, but
But
consulting with Traeia, looking at the map, looking at the stars, you are way, way off target. And potentially heading in a completely wrong direction.
can we figure out what direction we're heading in based on what stars we see and what we were originally under?
Yes. So you guys were trying to head east straight east this entire time. It looks like you are currently heading northwest, and
Sorry, I had
you're
to...
yeah, and you're probably about a half day's worth off target.
As soon as we figure it out, we immediately tell Captain Cassandra what's happened.
She like swears under her breath, and you see her like, "Hard to starboard! Hard to starboard! Hard to starboard!" And you see this wheels go, tick, 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 and you feel the ship slowly course correct. But it's a huge, heavy ship, and it takes a while to course correct. And you lost a half day of travel today. That was
This is why we don't let me
that was a
roll.
complete failure, by the way. Every single one of you failed.
Oh my god. What was the DC?
25.
Holy, I couldn't have made it. I physically could not have made that.
Yeah, I don't think
For
Regent could have
sakes.
either.
I could
The
have.
crew definitely couldn't have.
What was
Yeah,
the D8 for?
the D8 was which direction you guys ended up going.
Alright, I was about to say.
Yeah, so just so you guys know sort of how these emergencies work, there's a bunch of different categories of emergency, and then several different, there's 4 different like levels of that emergency. So this was a fog emergency, and it could be like a light fog, or a moderate fog, or a heavy fog, or a super heavy fog. Each has a different DC, and that was the super heavy fog. So that was the hardest, hardest fog you can get.
And that came from me rolling the 5.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the lower that was the heavier the fog.
It sort of works like that. Sort of not. It's not a
Okay.
perfect 1-to-1 ratio.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. So, after a super exhausting day, you guys all feel the need to sleep. Is there anything else we'd like to do before you go to bed?
Can I still learn a wild shape today, real quick?
Yes, absolutely. Let me see what she wants to teach you today.
You know, I haven't been adding these to my wild shapes because I keep forgetting to.
I
So-
haven't. You've got them both.
You've been adding.
You've
Oh,
got
okay. They're
dolphin
in there.
and
I see
giant
them
crab
now.
in there.
I see them now. Good.
Octopus. She's gonna teach you how to be an octopus.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. So 2 little octopi are just like around the ship.
And then I'm gonna teach her to become a giant frog.
Sure knows how to be a giant frog.
She does. Aw.
Yeah. It's a sea creature.
Then I knew how to do it before this. A giant wolf spider. Then.
Ooh, okay. She'll learn that one.
Yeah, and then also before going to sleep, I want to try and attempt to pray to both Artemis and then the muse that might have some knowledge.
Okay. What do you say to Artemis first?
Um,
Let me set this.
I'm still a little confused about how things are going. Some things seem to be falling in place, others don't. But I don't know. I still just, if there's any way you could give me some guidance, I would greatly appreciate it. I don't know if that's what you should say to a goddess, but that's what we're going with. I mean, there's going to be no response, but still.
Nothing.
Okay, and then I'm gonna try and pray to Urania.
All right. What do you do?
I'm gonna take out
That little idol.
no, the what?
The little idol you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. Yeah, that's what I think of the name of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out the little idol and set it like on top of my star map and like sit with like my mark facing up towards the sky. And I guess I'll just say, I've never prayed to you before. I honestly didn't think much about your existence. I don't want to be rude, but like it just wasn't something that was on my mind. But it's come to my attention you may know something about this mark on my arm that no one seems to know anything about. And any help would be greatly appreciated, I guess. And then I'm gonna fall asleep under the stars with everything.
As you stare up at the stars and curl up and start to fall asleep, you look at the spot on your arm and you look up at the sky above you. And the spots are still sort of moving, adjusting themselves into different sort of constellations. And they form a shape that catches your attention. It's a shape you've seen once before in the stars. Once when you were abandoned, you saw the stars pointing you. And the stars look like that right now. And then they continue their movement.
Were they pointing in a specific direction or just like in general pointing?
It was just the same shape.
Okay. Do I know what caused that?
Nope.
Alright, and I'll just fall asleep under the stars. Curled up with Nyx.
Alright. Ilme, do you have anything to do?
Yes, our it is still on. So Alexios better be out there as I sneak back up. I don't care if like Anura and Alexios sees me, but the other crew members I don't want to see
Something
me.
is slightly different tonight. Cassandra is still at the wheel.
Ooh, that's even better. Okay, she's not in the room. Okay, well I have the hood up, and I am stealthing over.
Go
to
ahead
the
and make a
captain's.
stealth check.
Roll a natural 5. Which means I
Okay.
have a 15.
Alright.
+4.
As Alexios comes up behind you, it's now a 19. Alexios, will you make a stealth check for yourself as well?
Ooh. I can't just be there.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Loitering?
Do I see them?
I wasn't hiding from you.
I would say, what's your passive perception?
What is my passive perception? A 14.
Nope, you don't see him. Well, you might see Alexios, we're about to find out.
But if Alexios isn't trying to be sneaky, I'm gonna help him out.
Only have to be within 30 feet of her, by the way.
Noted. So what's your stealth check?
Natural 15, stealth 18.
Yeah, Anura, you're too busy thinking about your two goddesses.
God, this got more confusing by the minute.
Sorry. So, Ilme, you hear Alexios behind you, but he's keeping a bit of a distance as you approach the door. And you are, because of the layout of the ship, you are just out of eyesight of Cassandra as you approach the door.
Okay. So I'm gonna attempt to get that piece of lockpick out.
Okay. Go ahead and make just a straight dexterity check.
Okay. Oh, there we go. That's a 21.
Okay. Carefully, you take two pieces of your thieves' tools and use them almost like tweezers as you grab that broken piece and slowly dislodge it. Okay.
All right. See if this works. Third time's a charm.
Thieves' tools check.
I'm literally gonna bash through this door. If it doesn't, we'll try to. Not that strong.
God damn it, I keep dropping my phone.
Roll the natural 7 again.
Okay.
Means it's 17.
+4.
So 20. Or 21.
21.
If you took out the piece, that meant the DC you were trying to hit was 20.
Oh.
So, with perhaps the most satisfying click of your life, you hear the lock click into place.
Best sound in the world. Sneaking in there.
Okay. It's dark in here. Without dark vision, all you're going off is the moonlight coming from the window.
Okay. And the only person that sleeps in here is Cassandra.
Yes, this is her chamber.
That's what I thought. Okay. I know she's out there. So this is great. Okay. I want to do a quick sweep of the room, try and look, see if anything pops out for me to go investigate further.
Go ahead.
Okay. So that was a 20 even.
Okay. The desk is mostly covered in maps and other sort of thing. You see like an itinerary, a cargo log, that sort of thing, a daily report situation. And you see this thing that Ryujin saw as well. Underneath a bunch of these papers is a much older one. And it seems to be complete gibberish. But it's in the form of a letter. But you just can't read anything that it says.
Is there a way for me to copy this in any?
Do you have paper on you?
Can I steal some paper off his desk?
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
It might take you a little bit of time in the limited light to copy it down symbol by symbol. It's a fairly lengthy letter, but you can take that time to do that if you'd like, with Alexios sort of as your lookout.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna do that.
Alexios, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
You said perception?
I did indeed.
That is a 17. Natural 16.
Okay. No one seems to be paying attention to the captain's quarters right now. Ilme, you have all the time you need to copy down this gibberish letter.
Okay. So if I still have time after copying that, I want to try and look at the closely at the desk. I want to see if there's like a hidden drawer or something like that on the desk.
Go ahead and make another investigation check.
Okay. 14.
Okay. Not that hard to notice. There is one door that has a lock on it. That seems to be like there's a keyhole on it.
Okay.
Hey, Sam.
Check for chaps.
Yes, Gavin.
Would you mind if I left the call and rejoined? You guys haven't moved on my screen for like 20 minutes, and the audio's starting to get really bad.
Yeah, go. Okay. Ilme, making a Thieves' Tools check?
I want to check for traps first.
Go ahead. Investigation check.
Oh my gosh. Can't roll very well on these. 13.
13. Doesn't seem to be trapped.
Okay, well, we're going for a Thieves' Tools check.
Okay, go ahead and make a Thieves' Tools check.
Okay, that one is a 23.
23. Easy. Especially compared to the fucking door. Locks into place. And you feel that lock just give in your hands.
Best feeling ever. Open it up.
Opening
Hopefully
it up.
nothing was trapped.
No kidding. You see in there is a notebook and a ring.
Can I leaf open the notebook, kind of leaf and see what's in it?
It seems to be more of the gibberish that the letter is written in. But it seems it's like as you can tell that the other one is a letter. You can tell that this is sort of like maybe like a log of some sort.
Okay, can I look at the ring more closely?
Yeah, it looks
have any details about it?
Yeah, it definitely looks extremely clean. It's a silver metal with some sort of blue wavy designs on it. Looks like it's probably worth a pretty penny.
Okay, well, can't steal that. That's too important. I'll just put it back.
Okay.
Then the last thing I want to do is check the walls and the floors for any kind of secret hiding place again.
Go ahead. Investigation check.
It's a 22.
22. You do find a loose floorboard.
Okay. I'll pry it up.
Prying it open, it looks like this is her private gold stash.
Okay. noted for future reference. And I will just close it back. Know it's there. I'm very satisfied now.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and sneak back out.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
20 even.
20 even.
Was it an advantage?
Oh, does this thing give me advantage?
If you're hiding.
Right? And it's stealth? Oh.
Yeah.
I thought it was
It's
just stealth in
disadvantage
general.
on
My
stealth
bad.
to try to see you. And advantage if you're hiding.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was I had to take the hide action.
Yeah, basically.
But
But you managed to come out of the room, slowly close the door behind you, and use your thieves' tools to relock it, and tiptoe away downstairs. Mission accomplished.
alright. We'll wake up. I am talking to Anura.
Okay. Anything else before you guys hit the hay? Great. So, Regent, let me add you back to the call here, because right now you're frozen on stream. Gavin, is your connection any better right now? You're muted.
Yeah, I can actually see you guys talking and moving now.
Amazing.
So I think the call just for me,
Yeah,
you know,
just
because my
said, "Fuck you."
laptop's like, yeah.
Great. So, you guys all find sleep as the ship rocks you back and forth. It's oddly soothing. Regent, you're not greeted by another dream tonight. Just flashes of the shivering man at your feet. And this human avatar of Tromokratis with the sword that you were holding, slicing his neck in front of you, covering you in the seawater that was inside of him. Flashes of that. But you all come to for day 5 on this journey. You can all take a long rest. And can I have someone else roll a d20 for me? Go ahead,
Go
Alexios.
for it.
9.
9. Okay. The fog has cleared. As you come up to the top deck, it is once again a beautiful day here on the Blood Gulf. What would you guys like to do?
I want to try and find El May.
Sure.
I need the details.
I'll bring him along with me as I go find Anura.
All right. Anura at the front of the ship, chilling.
Okay, before I speak, I'm gonna see if anybody's paying attention to us.
Make a perception check.
Oh, natural 20.
Okay. I mean, there are people around, but they're going about their business. I mean, like, people see you, but it's not like anyone's, like, looking.
Yeah, I don't want our conversation to be overheard.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pull both of them aside and be like, okay, so Lexios knew I was doing some recon last night, and I found some stuff. But I can't read this letter, and I hand it over to Nora and hope she can read it. I copied this, so it's not the actual letter. But I got it off the desk of Cassandra.
I would hope you weren't stupid enough to take the actual letter. You're over here doing recon. I'm just trying to, learn things about myself.
Anura, can you read me the specifics of your feat in terms of what it allows you to do?
Yeah, I gotta find it first.
It should be at the very bottom of your features and traits tab.
Found it. Increase your intelligence score by 1 to a maximum of 20. You learn 3 languages of your choice. You can ably create written ciphers. Others can't decipher a code you create unless you teach them. They succeed on an intelligence check, or they use magic to decipher it.
Okay.
You
Or
have
they-
studied languages and codes gaining the following benefits.
Mm.
What was the question, I'm sorry?
That's all. I just wanted to know that I wanted to know that I knew what your feet did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I read it? I'm assuming not.
No, but because you are experienced with ciphers, although you aren't familiar with this one, I will allow you to make an intelligence check to see if you can try to decode it.
That's what I was hoping for.
Okay. All right. And I rolled even on my cosmic omen, so I can add to this.
Okay.
You said just a straight intelligence check?
Straight intelligence.
Do I get my proficiency bonus since it's a feat that I'm good with?
No, that's the only reason you're allowed to roll.
Oh, okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
fine. All right, so it's a natural 19 plus 4 makes it 23, and I'm gonna add my d6. Is Alexios there?
He is.
Yeah, I'm here.
Add a 5 to that,
Plus 4.
so that puts it at 28, and you said plus 4 puts it at 32.
Okay. It takes a little bit of time, but it's not terribly dissimilar from ciphers that you have practiced. So you are able to read it.
What does it say? What is it? Wait, where's my
What the
book? I need to write
fuck?
this down. Where the fuck is my book? Sorry.
Let me know when you're ready.
I lost my pen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
And I'll send this to you guys over Discord after this.
Oh, well, I was freaking out for no reason then.
Okay. Here's what the letter says. Cassandra, if you're reading this, it means Anemios succeeded in freeing you from your cell, and all three of you are safely aboard your ship. I'm sorry for all the cloak and dagger. Hopefully by the end of this note, you'll understand why. As a condition of your pardon, I request that you add my priest to your crew. He's a fine sailor and a wonderful medic. He'll be a great addition to the Virgin Naiad. As for the baby, it would be an impossible task to keep the knowledge of her father from her, but she needn't know just how special she is. Her mother's identity is so secret, I dare not even write it here. Ask Anemios. He will tell you. And he must. The two of you need to know exactly who she is and why I'm asking this of you. This is your task, Captain. Keep the girl safe. Teach her of the sea. Train her to fight. Educate her on Poseidon. Give her a good life. When she turns 18, that is when you can tell her the truth. Then she can make her own decision. But until that time comes, keep her safe. I will do my part to help in this matter. I will spread word of your escape from my cells. I will speak of dark magic and corruption. I will make you sound fierce and ominous. You should change the name of your ship. Change most of your crew. Become something else entirely. A myth. A horror on the sea. Make men fear your sails. The fewer ships who attempt to hound you, the safer the girl will be. I've sent Anemios with a sizable coin purse. Head to Vultura on the Isle of Ares. There's a man there called the Once Smote. He's invented a new type of powerful weapon that could augment your ship, make it a truly deadly vessel. He's currently only selling these machines to the militaries of the continent. One of my men has urged him to make an exception for you. What you do with your ship over the next 18 years is up to you. Adventure, pirate, whatever you'd like. Just stay moving. Keep Anemios and the child on board, and keep the girl safe. When all this is over, come seek an audience with me. No king will ever be able to match the treasures I will throw at your feet. May the winds be kind. Signed, Theseus, son and champion of Poseidon, the unifying king of Athens.
What the hell, Sammy?
Holy
Poseidon's
shit,
demigods.
Sammy! Holy shit!
And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Damn.
Son of a
It's such a
bitch.
good cliffhanger. How could I not? How could I not?
You keep doing this!
Plus, y'all, in case you didn't know, the Spider-Man trailer officially dropped, so we're gonna go watch that.
Christ.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for the raid and for sticking around after the raid. I've never seen that before, so thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. This episode will be on YouTube in full on Thursday, and then the next episode of the Links to Tartarus campaign will be here Monday, 7:30 Eastern, same time, same place. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye!